I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you know. The children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening, Moroccan, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Bonjama, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. If you eat my graduate, my brother, to spoon. You got this on TV, you got us on radio, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You want to get a news update, to spoon. Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. What I want? Yes, but you got it. Yes, but you got it.
On the beat, from the CEO stand on with the spoon, and your boy right in the South Bend. Charge it on the beat. On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to be my pressure. Spoon, information.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you know. The children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening, Moroccan, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Bonjama, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. If you eat my graduate, my brother, to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You want to get a news update, to spoon. Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. What I want
From the CEO stand coming with the spoon, and your boy right at the South Bend. Charges on the beat.
on the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to get my section. Spoon, spoon, spoon information. Spoon, spoon, spoon information. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to the spoon, you just spoon you will know. The children crying for starvation, just to the spoon. You want to get the news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening, Moravia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Gemma, Maryland to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Every ike man, graduate, my brother to spoon. You got it.
From the CEO stand coming with the spoon, and your boy right at the South Bend. Charges on the beat.
On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to get my section. Spoon, spoon, spoon information. Spoon, spoon, spoon information. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to the spoon, you just spoon you will know. The children crying for starvation, just to the spoon. You want to get the news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening, Moravia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Gemma, Maryland to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Every ike man, graduate, my brother, to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You want to get a news update, to spoon. What? Yeah. Rastafari. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. What I want? Yes, my body. Spoon TV. Yes, my body. Spoon TV. Spoon. Balabadibadiba. Spoon entertainment. Kua. Você kua. Continue. Kua. Continue. On the spoon to get my
And your boy right in the South Bend. Charges on the beat.
To get your information, to the school to be school, school television, school. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Moravia. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to trust you will know. The children crying for starvation, just to trust. You want to get the news update, my brother, don't trust. You want to know what is happening, Moreover, don't trust. Politicians want to make their decision, just don't trust. You want to know what happening in the ministry, don't trust. Yeah, don't trust. Yeah, don't trust. You from Fonjema, Maryland to Gospel. Yeah, to Gospel. Every ike my president, my brother to Gospel. You got a sport TV, you got a sport radio to Gospel. Yeah, to Gospel. You want to get a news update to Gospel. Yeah. Rastafari, Kilibamba, 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 Kilibamba. What I want? Yes, you got it. Yes, you got it. School entertainment. Let's say go to there. Go to there.
Coming with the spoon, and your boy right in the South Bend. Charges on the beat.
To get your information, to the school to be school television, school
on the beat.
To get your information, to the school to be Okay, folks, a pleasant good evening to all of you across the world. Thanks for joining us. We are live
Happening in Liberia.
Tonight with another edition of the program, One-on-One with the CEO. This program comes away once a week on Sunday evening. And I'd like to welcome all of you to another great show. It's going to be very informative, very engaging. You don't want to miss this edition of One-on-One for anything. So do all you can to join us. We are live on Spoon TV, on Fabric TV, and on Super TV. That's for Facebook. For YouTube, we are live on Spoon Talk Live. And I want to welcome all of you tonight. My name is Nelson Colette, and this is One-on-One with the CEO. So as always, we're going to start the show by taking some calls, getting you to speak out on the different issues that are of concern to you. What is it you want to talk about? In other words, what's on your mind? So yes, we're going to take some calls, but we want you to do us a favor. Kindly go to your Facebook
your social media handles, and just share the show as you join us tonight. I see a lot of you have already started joining us. John Fireman is here. Agatha Glasgow. I see Moses. Sonia is here as well. Thank you for joining us. And many of you keep coming on. Just keep sharing the show as you join us tonight on this edition of the program. So let me welcome Frank Bala. That's Baba. I hope I got the name right. But thank you for joining us tonight. I see Jerome Benya has come on, joining us by means of YouTube. Thank you for joining us tonight. And the many of you coming on, just keep sharing the program as you join us tonight. So yes, let me open the phone lines now. Let's get to take your calls. Let's know where you're joining us from. What's on your mind? What is that issue you want to talk about tonight? Is it about health, education? Is it about sanitation? Just anything that is of concern to you, you're going to have the opportunity to speak out on those different issues tonight. Masa Riggs, thank you for joining us. I'm SSA, and all of you coming on tonight. So keep your calls coming now to 0555-101075, 0555-101075 is the number to call tonight, and you'll be live on the program. This is 101 with the CEO. I'm Nelson Colette. I want to say thanks to all of you for joining us tonight. So we take our first caller here. This person on the line. Hello, your name and where you joining us from? Let's hear you. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, you're live on the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, my name is Cecilia Malumba.
Cecilia, what's on your mind?
I health sector.
What's about the health sector?
This time before the government hospital is to be free when you sleep. But now, when you sleep, one net 500, and I want for the government to look at our area. Because the reason we can go to a government hospital, we don't have. And the reason why.
Okay. All right. So you want the government to do something about that, right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for your contribution tonight. Hello. Your name and where you joining us from?
Hello.
Hello, you're live. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good evening to Spoon Airplane family and good evening to my people of the Republic of Liberia and good evening to you, dear brother Nancy Colette in studio in Liberia. Let me straight go to the issue under discussion tonight. I don't want to extend my condolence to the bereaved family of the great Smith. Let it take heart in the Lord. They stand for everything. And this bereavement is not only the great Smith family, but the country at large. So I extend my people condolence to the government as whole. So that's all I have to say. It's so frustrating last night when I heard that news. I'm very, very disturbed with the situation. So that's all I have to say. Good night.
Thank you for your input tonight. Let's take another person. Hello, you're live. Let's hear you. Your name and where you joining us from. We lost that person. Keep your calls coming to 0555-101075. That's the number to call tonight. And you'll be live on the program. This is 101 with the CEO. We are live across the Spoon Network on Spoon FM 107.5. We're live on Fabric Radio 101.1 and on several other frequencies across the country. Thanks to our partner radio stations that are relaying the program tonight. Let's see if we can. So thanks for joining us. Hello, your name and where you come from? Let's hear you.
My name is Abraham from Broadway.
Abraham, let's hear you. What's on your mind?
Why is about the labor sector?
Okay.
Yeah. On the issue of the labor, the labor minister and follow up chasing the small very mature students, small party, but the mean one that go chasing doing it.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, mama.
Hello, your name and where you joining us from?
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
This is January P. and I call from 540 Kongotang.
Anybody go ahead. Let's hear you. What's on your mind?
Nothing. Wow, my mind this evening is about this drugs issue.
Okay.
The drug issue is a very serious issue in Liberia here. If we not take things hard for our people in this country, we are going to lose most of our people. Hello? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I said we need to fight these drugs. Our president need to put his feet down seriously to fight this drug issue in this country. It's a very serious issue. He run a campaign against this drug issue that he is going to fight this drugs. He is going to eliminate these drugs if at all he becomes president of this country. We're looking out for him to fight drugs. So that drug issue can finish for Liberia. Thank you.
Thanks a lot for your input. Let's who is there. This person. Hello. Your name and where you joining us from? Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm very, how are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. Go ahead.
I'm Jimmy Cooper. I'm Jimmy Cooper calling from Baltimore, Maryland, USA. What's on my mind this evening is that what I saw the other day concerning those that came out to say no to drugs. If all the president, if all the government didn't do anything about it, believe me, when I come to Liberia, I can't see the president. Why can't look at him? Just to look at him. All the promises made to fail on drugs. To fail when Liberia came out, you saw them that day. So I pray that the president will do something real to satisfy the heart and desires of the Liberian people. That's my mind today. Please let us know about the drugs movement.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Hello, your name and where you call from? Let's hear you.
Hello?
Yes, you're live. Go ahead.
My name is Ole Kamara, calling from the Omega community.
What's on your mind?
Yeah, what on my mind is concerning the same drug issue. This drug business, even though the president is the president, but we, the citizens, have to fight this drugs because the ghettos and the people that are taking the drugs are uniform in the community. The ghettos is in the community. So if we, the citizens, come out to fight the same drug, we just see the president, this drug will not finish. The citizens have to stand up and fight against the same drugs.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Input. Thanks a lot for your input. This person, hello. 0555-101075. Hello, your name, where you call from?
Hello.
Yeah, hello, you're live.
All right. Good evening to SSNA and to the good people of Rivergy. I'm Tina Pura, for first time Rivergy.
Let's hear you. What's on your mind? Too bad we lost you. Keep your calls coming. 0555-101075 is the number to call right now. And you'll be live on the show. 0555-101075 is the number to call, and you'll be live on the program tonight. Let's see if we can take another person here. Hello, you're live.
Hello.
Hello, please go ahead.
Yeah,
Good evening, sir. It's good to have you. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Peter.
Let's hear you. What's on your mind?
Yeah, let me say, that would be at the end of the day, because my pocket for the hardware development going on in the country. I want to tell you, at least the rapper reduced already. I want to tell you, for the community rule, I know that you actually will start leaving all the rest people. I want to say, again, president, no money, not. Continue the hardware. And travel to the mayor of today, they are around as president is second. For the hardware, at least, here, there is joining now, people, they are taking photos. I did walking around the scene. I tell them to hear that you know, but before things to happen, I want to say bravo to every person today in my production. But the way you go and study in my country, lay them and pause and go, lay them pause and go great here. At least, so go on the government, I'll see positive going all around. I want to thank you for the opportunity, thank you for the time.
Thank you for your input tonight. This person, okay, 0555-101075. Is the number to call. You'll be live. Hello, your name and where you joining us from? Let's
Hello.
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 Yeah, hello, you're live. Go ahead, let's hear you.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, this is Edward calling from
Edward, what's on your mind?
On my mind today is that it has to do with the issue of the
The issue of what?
The issue of the U.S. rate. The U.S. rate.
Okay.
The rate is one of the things, is very giving we the citizens hard times. That, after we are involved in the business sector, and go buy our goods, the prices, the people give it to all way, they can give it to all high. And we labor pay. So when you carry like, for when you carry like 1,000, they put ID extra, extra 50 over. So I really want the people to look at, I want the government to look at that stuff. It seems to be very embarrassing to the consumers. Hello?
Yeah, thank you for your input tonight. Hello, your name and where you call from?
Yeah, I'm Johnson calling from Clay Ashley.
Yeah, go ahead from Clay Ashley. Let's hear you.
Yeah, we all elected our president as president, so to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
But he is doing something like the feedback, which is the private sector, the robot sector. Robot sector is a private sector who suffer to clean our robot in that way. There's something from inside. So he put the power ban only, which are called that a medical feedback will not get nothing because if you're not buy a robot to carry, I will get something. You getting me? All right. They want to put carry them, which is the iron, the laws, the drama, those things are government things for the country. But we the poor people, common people who clean our robot to get something from inside, when you put our ban on them, when they buy it now, we get government job to do. Then where will we get money from our people?
Thank you for your input tonight, sir. Hello, your name and where you call from? Let's hear you.
I do apologize. I know you were texting me, you wanted to call in, but
Hello? Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, please go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm a lot from Royal Madrid County, Chazelle.
What's on your mind?
Yeah, my concern how to do about the trust issue.
Okay. Yes, go ahead. What about the drugs issue that is of concern to you?
Yeah,
No, I'm sorry. The line is terrible. Please change your location and call back. Hello?
Long time come on.
Yeah, I'm okay. It's good to have you. And please go ahead. What's on your mind?
This is your friend, brother Mohammed Tony.
Yes, sir. It's good to have you.
Even for Jason was 16 on the Bush Army.
Okay.
Let me say, go even to the CEO and go even to Manatipi. Or my talking point, they have to be drawn to the attention of our own government officials, or besides from the government ruling party angle. Okay? I don't want for them to be our former official of government from former president we are government angle. Listen, can you imagine? Our government officials then, most of them they seem to be very mean on with the party then that you get them in power.
When you say the government official mean, what are you trying to say?
Listen, no. We elected these people then in power, I think for them to be able to even question to some of us. But you notice that it is then. To be very honest, you see, when CCDC losing election year 2023, for some of the matches that went to, yes, you'll not be there as a city minister or as a director or even superintendent for your city to go and meet you to have one or two discussions with you. Then they will be denied by seeing you. That's correct. And this garden, that you know that some of them, so their family members, they were in the street. We wash water on the street. We fuck some of us. Even some of us, our belonging, sporting. See it. When I had they want to see the definitely they want to make the government about the building ugly or sir tomorrow. I'm talking about ladies. Thank you very much. Good evening.
Yeah, hello, you're live. Let's hear you.
Yeah,
calling from Lower Carriageway.
Yeah, what's your
My
name?
concern has to do with that of Firestone. The road leading from 15 Gate inside Firestone is nothing but rapid road. Those days were then quota. I think I don't know what year they ever put a quota on the road. The basic concern here is people, the hospital is there. People want to attend the hospital, but they kind of potholes, even leaving to go cutting trees, is not about what the government actually doing and whether they have any concern on our road. People that go to seek medical, whether they think a human being too needs safety. And what can they do with Firestone? Firestone is just something that, I mean, the government had nothing to do with that until the way they would take on the latex or whatever it is. I mean, it's very bad. People live in the place, and some of them have a Dodge hospital, somebody coming all the way GFK. You're going to look that person collapse. But the road condition is very, very, very deplorable. That's my concern.
Thank you for your input tonight, sir. Let's see you there. Hello. Yes, you are live. Your name and where you call from. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Marcus David calling from City.
Marcus David, what's on your mind?
Yeah, my concern gonna be the labor system, bro. Our labor system in our country is very weak. Yeah, so the government knows that also.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for your input. This person. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you calling from? 0555-101075 is the number to call, and you'll be live on the program. You'll be live on the program. 0555-101075 is the number to call tonight. You'll be live. So let's see if we take this person. Hello. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you joining us from?
Yes, thank you very much. My name is calling from the oral community.
Okay.
Yes, true I have. From time to time memorial, the road that leads from Joe Bar straight into Cuba has now had this pungent smell. Unfortunately for us, a house was built on the road and the house could not build a septic tank. The water and so was called to help in the process of building a septic tank for the house. Unfortunately,
Hello, Nelson. All right, folks. If you're just joining us, we want to welcome you. I'm sure Nelson is going to be joining us very soon. So let me welcome all of you. My name is James Samuel Gude Flomo, and coming up very shortly is the program 101 with the CEO. And tonight, we have about two group of people who will be coming on. The small rubber farmers will be coming up to talk about, the executive order 151 that was recently signed by the president or issued by the president. And that will also be followed by the United Methodist Church. Today there was there was this, drama at one of their service centers. Uh, they did not practically they did not go to service today, so they're going to be coming up. We've been hearing about this for some years now. I think about 2 or 3 years now. That has to do with the regionalization. Some believed that I mean some members of the church believed that the regionalization has to do with this the same sex marriage. So we have another group in the church that is saying they are not for the regionalization. Another group is for the regionalization, and they believe that is the global approved mandate. So they're going to be coming out to tell us more about this. They are accusing their bishop of, you know, taking money. They are accusing him of taking money to come and uh, allow same-sex marriage in Liberia. We all know that is not the culture of Liberia. A Liberian will not go for that. So some members in the church are accusing the bishop of taking money from the other guys up there to come to Liberia to incorporate same-sex marriage in Liberia. So they're going to be coming out tonight to tell us more about that. And we just saw a release, quote unquote, a release from the executive committee from the church as well. We will be talking about that. And they also are saying that that release did not come from the executive committee. So we will be talking more about all of those things. So if you're just joining us, we're trying to get reconnected with studio back in Liberia. As soon as we get Nelson Colette back, we will go straight to business. But before now, we were listening to Liberians giving their opinions, telling us what they think about the government and what the government needs to do, and some of the things that are on their minds. You listen to a couple of them. Some talk about a government stepping in to, reduce the cost at government hospitals. One of the callers said, I might not call the hospital name. I forgot it. She said they are forced to pay $500, 500 liberty. Uh, every night they are forced to pay that. So she's calling on the government to step in and make sure. And majority of them spoke about the drugs issue, calling on the government to take more action and
We're gonna
also
keep taking
in
your
the
call
community to be a part of it. And Nelson, welcome back.
from the online from our social media. We went off a bit, but I think we're
Nelson,
back.
are you hearing me?
Okay, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Nelson, I hear you.
No, caller, thank you. You made your point. We were actually offline, so I'm trying to make sure we are good to go. James, can you hear me?
yes, you are okay.
Okay, so
So Nelson, do we have the guest ready now?
yeah, we have our guest in studio. We we have one of the guests that we're trying to conclude the setup with, but our guests are here, and
Okay.
so we can take some calls while we conclude the setup here. We just at the point of concluding that, so we can take some calls and then conclude the whole setup thing. So we'll go back to the phone lines, folks. Keep your calls coming. 0555-101075 is the number to call, and you'll be live on the program. Here. Hello, you're live. Let's hear you.
Okay, Nessie Colin wants this is F2F Kama. I want to make a comment on the previous follow
Alfonso,
related to please give me your time. I don't want Labro is not beyond any religion.
Alfonso, we have to have a conversation. All right. Hello, you are live. Let's hear you. Your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Morris Packham.
Okay, go ahead.
calling from Clara.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Advising all Liberians, their religion, business, and forget about it. Can you imagine? Christian has been ruling this country for 178 years, local Liberia conditions, and somebody is coming out to say musability. They are senseless. I mean, that very senseless talk. I don't. Why bringing Muslim and Christian business in precedent?
Hello.
And then please try to forget
hello,
about that.
hello. Can you hear me, sir?
I'm
You can have your disagreements with others, but respect their views. That's their views. You can categorize another person's view as senseless. No, that's not tolerance. So let's be tolerant of
I'll take it. I'll take it back. But it is very naive for somebody to come say Christian.
All right, so thank you very much. Hello, you're live. Let's hear you.
Yeah, hello, God.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Abu Shari. I'm calling from Japan.
Yeah, Abu, go ahead. Let's hear you. What's on your mind?
Yeah, but that's on my mind. That they're going, let's say, they push that the drugs business, or like for recommend the Liberian government, let's say, what would protest or get for some, let's say, that's cannot stop them. I don't know. Let it be enforced, reinforced. Then also, I would like a person back to please bring AB back because Broccoli, I can remember when AB was appointed newly. Yeah, actually, the judge actually it was trying his best, even though it's difficult. But he could see our brother who were real, coming to themselves, hauling, taking back, putting their own head.
Okay.
So, keeping that clean. Okay. So I for you to come back. Yeah.
Thank you.
Then please before I conclude. Yeah, please before I conclude. That's a Liberia is a secular state. Okay, it's not Christian nation. Yeah, let's be clear. Secular state is not for Christian, it's not for Muslim. It's a secular state. Thank you,
Thank you for your input tonight. We still take calls 0555-101075. Hello. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, Brother Nelson, how you doing?
Yes, sir. You're live. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Mr. Peterson, WFI, and I do join you from LPLC Ghana's.
Okay, let's hear you. What's on your mind?
Yes, LPLC, with the issue of TMC. Honestly, how are you, man? Like, we only want to see somebody who carry this country forward.
Okay.
Whether Muslim or whether Christian or that the person has a country at heart. So let's see how we talking about officially instead. Our concern is that the spirit people in this country, we need people that will incorporate or in every sector of society, especially with a certain level of education when it comes to job employment. But TNC, since I've been listening to them, I never heard anything of such. Their plan, I never one day heard about person with disability and etc. So let them try to. Yeah, let them be thinking about the zero people. Thank you.
Thank you for your input tonight. This person. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you joining us from? Hello. Hello? Yeah, hello. Please go ahead quickly. You're live. Let's hear you.
Yeah, certain information I want to give you, but I don't want to give money.
All right, but then you can give that information off air.
Okay, so which number you got?
Call the number you're calling on right now. Yeah?
Okay.
All right, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Hello, your name and where you come from? Let's hear you. Yes, you're live. Let's hear you. Fofana, go ahead.
Let's see what is your mama to get to do with it. We are made person. Let me tell you, always don't be literal. Say, look, I say, so who in church we are? A job we are everybody. Who may he know?
All right.
That we go me. Don't say they gonna see you know good. So we can move on there. This job is this that or nobody can leave you. Celebrate with me in a boy is very ungrateful to that's what me you want 10%. No good at it. Me, but you have to ungrateful to us. Ungrateful person like we ever has like him. Then you talk about my toilet, I can't go on a show talking to matter to I can't go you call the man say the man that PM. You are the big PM more than the man. Whoever know a record. Let me show you the time you might policy the time what you might so you're looking at Zobo.
No, okay, thank you very much. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, you're live. Let's hear you.
Okay, my name is Ibrahim and I'm calling from Chocolate City.
Yeah, go ahead quickly. Let's hear you. What's on your mind? Go ahead.
Yeah, I've been listening to your program and I think Liberia is a country that embodies everybody. But sometimes people call and advertise Christianity as in instead of I call it using it as a means of uniting people in order to develop Liberia in general. Yet they use it as a means of subordinating or excluding somebody. Today, as I watch my television, the biggest Methodist Church, S12 number United Methodist Church, they now have service to the people have service outside on ground that one group of people are saying we don't induct homosexuality. Another people saying we induct homosexuality. I think that should claim your attention because it's a complete danger. It has nothing to do with Christianity. So if at all something we should worry, that should worry not the presidential ability because most ability cannot be a president. It's like a particular person that will make to make president or somebody that will better our lives. A country that is 178 years old. What can we do to better the life of the people? Not a particular person on the basis of religion. Thank you.
Thank you for your input.
Okay, Nelson, just get 2 more callers and let's kickstart. We don't have time in our favor.
Yeah, so we take 2 more calls. We take 2 more calls. This person, hello.
Nelson.
Yes.
I got Nelson.
Yeah, go ahead quickly, please. You're alive.
Nelson, thank you so much. That's more from GSA, Difficult Community, most of country Nelson.
Okay.
Thank you so much. This afternoon, Nelson, concerned about Akaswe issue. You see, Akaswe on day one, and I already tell you about our 2 water spoon. Water spoon, get spoon there. Yeah, I have to move from his spoon there. So Akaswe is a betrayal. The Akaswe will destroy you. God forbid, I'm not happy, but Akaswe that's not happy in this country. Way back, Akaswe and the drinking honors grandeur to champion. When Tankana he will be lying to you, you said you're happy to you one day, you see that picture of Mama talking. So please, everybody listen to me, the whole world that you Akaswe, he told that don't put money in went to back or what they wanted to get married, but today he wants that to love people. Akaswe, you get nothing for yourself. The Lato
Thank you for your input.
That's all in the country here. But Akaswe, please. Spoon never, please, for spoon never, you say that do a different thing.
All right. Thank you for your input. I think we can start now, James. We have a little bit of issue here that we have to sort out. So yes, you can take on for a while. Let me make some adjustments here, James. Can you hear me?
Darius is with you there?
Yeah, Darius is here as well.
Yeah, please, so then let him sit there while you're doing that.
We have to make some adjustments here. Yeah,
okay. Well, folks, if you just joining, we want to welcome you again. Like I said, coming up, we're going to be talking to the rubber people. That is the rubber sector, the small rubber farmers. We're going to be talking to them. Recently, the government passed an executive order. So they're going to be telling us, the Liberian people, they have taken on the executive order. Some are saying the executive order is for, the corporations. The corporations will benefit the executive order. Why the small farmers will not benefit. So we're going to be listening to them today. They're going to be speaking directly to the president, expressing their concern. And, we listen, but we don't judge. So they're going to come on here and give us more update about what's happening, what are their recommendations, and how we can work on this as a nation to make sure that everyone benefit. Because now that is the news we getting, that the executive order is just going to benefit a certain group of people, while the other group will not benefit anything. So the farmers will be coming up. We're going to talk to them for about 30 minutes, and after, we will be going to the United Methodist Church to talk to them as well. Like you listen to some of the callers. I saw that news today. I saw it from Liberia that the police had to go and barricade the entrances of their church. I think Saint St. Nagbe, St. Nagbe Church. The police had to go to barricade their church by preventing the members from entering. I saw it through videos and pictures. Okay, they had to go and barricade. Why? They will be telling us, because we now have two factions. We have those who are for the regionalization and those who are against the regionalization. And the regionalization, what I got from some of those who are against, they are saying the regionalization is a pathway to same-sex marriage in Liberia, specifically in the church. So if it is allowed to get adopted in Liberia, it means that the United Methodist Church will be welcoming same-sex marriage. That is, a woman can get married to a woman, a man can get married to a man, and man can get married to a woman. So it means, hey, woman and woman, I will start getting married. And it's against our constitution. These are allegations coming from them. And then those who are for the regionalization, they are saying that the regionalization is not about same-sex marriage, but people are using politics to divide their church. So we're going to be talking to them. But tonight is going to be those who are against. We hope the bishop will also provide his team that will come and speak for the regionalization. So let me bring Kev Hassan on. Kev is that guy who lost the election, and since then he has never recovered. He's still going through a lot. So let's bring him on, because it's going to be a good conversation tonight, though it's not bashing Boakai now, because we're talking specifically about the church, and then come back and allow Kev to tell us that we are coming back. Good evening, Kev Hassan. Kev, I'm not hearing you. I think you are muted.
Yeah, how are you, James? How everything?
Well, I'm here. Good morning, man. Just been following you.
Yeah, so let me know. I heard you talking about the comeback of We Are. So what's your question?
Go ahead.
No, I said, what's your question on?
No. I'm not asking you any question. I was talking about the two group of people that we have to talk to. We're going to be talking to the rubber people. Remember, the government passed Executive Order 151 recently. So we have a team coming on. The team says that that order is only for the corporations, those who have big farms like the Firestone, the Jetty, and so on. So they're going to be, they will be explaining to us and also putting for recommendation what the government can do to have, everyone in the sector benefiting, instead of, one group of people benefiting from the executive order. Yeah. But before they come on, what's on your mind? Because Nelson said they are going through something. As soon as that is said, they will be coming up shortly.
Yeah, I think some technical issue we got keep on later on, but Like, I think, yeah, we're waiting to hear from them. And let's see what they're trying to say about the executive order one. It's 151, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and see what they will say. But it was a similar executive order 124 from President Weah, and President Buckeye came in. I think he did a executive order 133 to overturn it. So I want to know why he went back to to the 124, and let's see what's going on, and let's see how it affects the 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 um the common man. So we'll see what promises he made uh, 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 to them and about the route, because immediately he did 60 days, if I'm not mistaken, uh,
Yeah.
on on the 133. So let's see what they will say, what promises made to them. So we're waiting on them and to hear from them.
Okay, while we are waiting studio to get back to us, besides that, what's on your mind? I've been seeing you everywhere, in chat rooms, on Facebook. You've been everywhere, heter scatter. What's happening?
Well, let me say this to you, James. Um, One of the greatest thing you can do to mankind is a level of betrayal. The level of betrayal is ungodly. We as a human being, we should have some level of loyalty in life, especially somebody that made us, somebody that put you out there, somebody that make you relevant in society, somebody that take you from grass to grace, and you turn around and denigrate and speak evil about that person. I'm speaking on my good friend Sir Joseph, which we talk, and the level of which he went against his his bona fide party, his childhood, where he grew up, a party that took him. James, you will not know that because you was born in the 90s, right? But some of us that was born in the 70s, our childhood was destroyed by the war, that we grew up in refugee camp, that we grew up in eating buckwheat, that we grew up standing online for food. For somebody to take you from a refugee camp and brought you to prominence and make you a senator, and you turn your back on that person, that's evil. That's evil. And this is why this is some of the things that some of us went through my mind this weekend, and wondering why we have to live that life. You know, George, we are made men, people. You know, to ordinary Liberian who never had a way in life. If it was not George Weah, there will be no Thomas Fala, there will be no Sir Joseph, and I can bet on that. I can put anything. There will be none of those guys. There will be no Thomas Fala. There will be no Sir Joseph. We are George.
When you started knowing about Sir Joseph, when?
Sir Joseph lived in Sierra Leone, went to school in Sierra Leone, and he was a refugee there. He was hustling. Because of George, we have visited several refugee camps and
No,
told
you
people
have
to
to
make
stop.
them.
Kev, let me stop you there. We are about to bring a guest on. Kev, you have to stop. George Weah did not travel to Sierra Leone and then get Sir Joseph from there. Sir Joseph joined the CDC in 2011. But then
No. Sir Joseph joined
me,
this
1
in not
minute.
2011. In not 2011.
Excuse
Way
me, 1
before-
minute.
Nah.
1 minute. 1 minute. Sir Joseph was picked by the CDC to contest on their ticket in 2011. But then we had a government that went for 6 years, and then we were about to go for another 6 years. Okay, and then the CDC picked Sir Joseph. Do you know what Sir Joseph was doing in District 13 before then? Is that you never knew about Sir Joseph, right? Sir Joseph controlled.
Sir Joseph was not doing anything.
The entire
No,
Africa.
I dare you. I dare you.
Africa.
I dare you. No, I dare you.
Sir Joseph was not like
anything.
the likes
I
of
dare you to bring anything Sir Joseph was doing prior to George Weah lifting his hands.
So I'm telling you,
to be senator in 2018. I dare you.
So not 2018. I'm discussing 2011. In fact, you got disconnected from Liberia for about 30 years. So you see,
But
that's how
I dare
you
you
get
to bring
disconnected.
anything that Sir Joseph was doing
So
prior
I'm
to
just
George Weah.
telling you,
I dare you.
Sir Joseph
Yeah, but I dare you. Bring it on. Bring it.
I'm coming. We will get to that. Let's try to bring the guest on. We will get to that. But Sir Joseph was better off than the likes of Moses Akara's Gray in 2011.
I dare you to bring up anything that Sir Joseph did prior to George Weah lifting his hand. I dare you to bring it. Simple. It's just as simple. Hey, you black. I'm not hearing you. This is simple.
Let me wrap up before we bring the guest on. In 2000, Kev, I want to talk to the likes of Gray. I want to talk to the likes of Moba Molu, not a man who got disconnected from his birth country for about 30 years. Well, you never knew about Liberia till the CEO brought you back in 2021, 2022, until he brought you back. So, if getting into a conversation like with you, it's just going to be, a waste of breath, because by the year 2011, Sir Joseph was doing extremely well in Montserrat County, specifically District 13. In fact, due to his contribution to the district, Sir Joseph got more votes in that district than Wister Totman. Now than Wister Totman back in 2011 during the election, during the second round of Madame Sali when Sir Joseph won that election. CDC picked Joseph because of his contribution in Montserrat County and the district he was in. So we did not travel to Sierra Leone to pick. But we will get to that. Let's bring the guests on and talk to them. We will come back to that and wrap up with that. The like of Gray was just good for talking everywhere. We will make Liberia better. Those were the things that Gray used to do back in 2011. All right, so let's try to bring the guest on. Okay, so good evening. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm getting you.
No, now you, Kev, I'm talking to the guest.
No, that means they answer. They answer.
Okay. Yeah, please get your mic on. Good evening.
Good evening, and how are you?
Yes, I'm good. Please talk for like 30 seconds. What's your name? We're not getting you clear.
I'm James W. Sekia, President of the National Rubber Brokers and Farmers Union of Liberia.
Okay, I got you. I got you. Thank you. We come. Nelson, I think they're okay. Darius, please come on. I think their network is still freezing. All right, folks. So welcome. We're going to take break from the Sir Joseph, the CDC, or whoever. We will get back to that and go strictly to business. We have the hello.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Again, I'm James W. Sekia, National President of the National Rubber Brokers and Farmers Union of Liberia, NAFU, for sure.
NAFU. Okay, the next person. Yeah, colleague.
Yes, I'm Honorable Francis Siwon Young, the National Board Chair, NAFU.
Okay. Kev, can you see their video? Their video going.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. I can see the video. They're clear. Darius just came on. I can see it.
Darius, are you seeing them?
Yeah.
Okay. They going dark from our end.
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay now. So Darius, welcome. Go ahead and you know, announce yourself and then we go straight to business. I know you're gonna flow with the scene line, but go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm new studio to that. And I want to say welcome to our studio guests, Kev, Hassan, James. It's good to be here. And let's get into the discussion. We have the national board.
We lost them.
Yeah, we lost them again.
Yeah,
go ahead.
We have a technical issue, making some adjustments. But I think our studio guests are in already. We will be talking to the first group of people, our first guests from the National Rubber
Brokers and Farmers Union
of Liberia. They are here. And then after we'll be talking to the leadership of the ST Nangwe United Methodist Church on what happened today. So I think they are set. James, try bringing them back.
No, they are not in the back. As soon as they get up, I will bring them. They are not in the back. I think.
So I've been following you and Kev Hassan conversation with that.
But you know, Kev was disconnected from Liberia for about 30 years. CEO talking to Liberia in 2022. He can't deny it. He knows I'm saying the truth, and he announced it on the radio. He said, "Oh, after 30 years, I'm just coming back home."
Yeah, so that means if I disconnect, if I left the country 30 years, that means I disconnect from reality.
Kev, we will talk about that. Welcome back, Chief.
Okay, so James,
please go ahead.
So I think we have some technical issue. May you please introduce yourself, your position? And
they did already.
So let's hear from you on what is pressing, what is so concerning of the union.
Well, in the first place, let me extend my deepest condolences to the families of Ambassador Sylvester Grisby, the government of Liberia, and the people of the Republic of Liberia. To begin with, let me just introduce NAFU. The National Rubber Brokers and Farmers Union of Liberia is a grassroots organization organized by a group of smallholder rubber farmers operating from 99 acreage down, with a marketing arms about 10%, known as the brokers. This institution was established due to discrimination and marginalization from the biggest group, meaning the Rubber Planter Association of Liberia that have a membership from 100 acreage up, Coloring, Firestone, Lab, Jetty, you name them. And when they were establishing themselves in the 60s, around 1966, they decided to silence the smallholder rubber farmers. And they set up a benchmark that in order to be qualified to become a member of that association, one might be able to cultivate 100 acres of planted rubber and above. So these smallholder farmers, we smallholder farmers were left in poor, and there were a lot of disadvantages being taken over at the time, even up to this time, and they were upon that byproduct that we organized the institution. So what has been happening to us is that the big guys, especially the RPAL, protect the foreign concessions companies, and they go above, even extorting money from all we who they felt that were insignificant to become their members. They go above extorting money, like $2 per ton of rubber from us. And besides that, all of the benefits that come, money that comes from donors that's supposed to be for smallholders farmer, as well as other benefits from the government of the Republic of Liberia, they hijack all, and not a single smallholder farmer will ever benefit from it. So our rubber, we planted it without any contribution from the government of the Republic of Liberia, neither the concessions company that they are fighting for. And every time when they get ready, when we try to improve, they will go and come out with executive order for no reason. It started 2008. 2008, they went and brought executive order. That was executive order 16. And later, I did a search. It was not even signed by the former president, President Shelley at the time. They brought in and destroyed our investment on the field. We lost millions of dollars on the field. And when they're ready to do that, there can be no consensus bill. They just go because they feel that they have influence. They just go directly to the government and tell, Madam President or Mr. President, we want executive order, and they pass it. And when they passed it, they will ban the exportation of unprocessed rubber. And sometimes they cease the activities of broker as related to buying and selling, though contravening the supply chain. So they did it 2008, they did it 2013, and anytime the price of rubber is picking up, is getting better, that's the time that they can do that. And there is no rubber manufacturing factories in Liberia. We have not seen any company here producing even condom nor rubber band. And this thing has been affecting us. We suffer from 2008. We suffer 2013 all the way coming to 2019. Joe came in. We talked to the former agriculture minister, Madam Janice Cooper. She saw the suffering that Liberian small farmers were going through, and the ban was relaxed at that period. And that why even brought people there in the business.
Okay, Chief. Let's hold you right there, and we will continue. So, Darius, you can go ahead with your second question. Darius, you hearing me?
Yeah, Jim, go ahead.
No, I said you can go ahead with the second question.
So, as I said,
no, not you, Chief. I'm talking to Darius.
No, you're talking to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Darius, I said you can go ahead with your second question.
So I would like to learn, just learn the next 30 seconds.
Okay, so
that we can go to the board chair.
In short, we do not want this executive order because we did other training like the value chain program that developed the Liberian National Export Strategy. And under it, we have the Liberian Rubber Export Strategy. All of these things were intended not just to add value, but value and additional value, meaning that we must be able to do manufacturing in Liberia that will come out with a brand name made in Liberia. A lot of money that came in to run this program, millions of dollars, 21 million, around 2011, 12 to 13, that were provided by Madam Shelley. It's very good. I'm talking about the RPAL and the concession company. They took it. They used it on their own. Nothing was done to improve the sector. When Madam said before she could leave, she brought in 6.5 million again before she could leave. Again, to improve the sector so that we can implement this value chain program that I just talked about. Those guys took it, they divided it on one another. Nothing was invested in the rubber sector. When President Weah took power 2018, another 1.725 million were provided. All of this money were intended to address Liberia rubber sector, where a similar processing plant can be established for smallholders farmers that will lead to manufacturing. So all of these things, nothing happened.
We don't have a manufacturing plant.
There is no manufacturing plant, rubber manufacturing plant in Liberia.
Okay, let's go across to the.
Darius, we're not hearing you. You are very low, Darius.
Let's go across to the national board chair, Mr. Francis Young, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Let's hear from you.
You are right. Thank you for according us this opportunity. Let me just begin with people talking about value addition, and they don't follow the history that brought about value addition. When the International Trade Center came 2011, there were people that were trained. The National Expo Strategy, that document that was crafted. When you go into it, you see the needed NAFU. And this is the institution that you are interacting with now. Now, they brought that so that job could be created. Firestone been here since 1926. All right. If you check, Firestone have 98 years here now. They can't produce anything. So these guys that came, they decided to make the smallholder a middle income earner. They brought a good strategy. But the Liberian way got involved. And they started to misuse, the strategies that were crafted by other brain. However, the unfortunate part about this is continual executive order. Even the rubber we're talking about today, it will take you by surprise that government have not invested anything. These are private farms. You got iron ore that you just wash water on and take the raw material. You got diamond here. You got gold. You got timber. One day, you're not talking about executive order. But the private farm that you are not giving improved planting material, you just stay on there suppressing your own people. All right? It's unfortunate. Now, with the experience that President Baka has, I'm not talking about for the 2 years. I just want to reduce it to the 12 years.
So are you saying in short,
let me
you have not been consulted?
Yes. Let me just come there and lay the premise so that you understand what is happening. As we speak today, we are on attention. The farmer want to come to town. We don't want to continue with the demonstration thing. We get any chance tomorrow, they will come. But there are other people who are hitting agenda. They will join the farmers. At the end, they'll say, oh, farmers support these things. All right? Even though when we push these things, and the logic cannot stand, maybe that will be the end. That maybe government will listen to. Now, let's reduce for the 2 years to the 12 years. President Baka, we said, when you are a vice president in Liberia, that position is nominal. Meaning, you just there. All right? So the 12-year President Baka with Manaseli, this executive order, the people brought in and had Manaseli misled. All right? And it's so good that the executive order 124, President Baka spoke to it. We got to play here. We'll go to you play. And he condemned Firestone. He told them that they have been here so long now. 98 years, no rubber bank, nothing. And the rubber you surviving on today as a local corporate entity, the rubber, you are not the one that planted it. But do you know where the tons of thousands of money are? Do you know? The smallholder farmer, by way of statistic, they are contributing 65% of the natural rubber being produced in Liberia. Okay. Go to the records. Now, these are people that play a major role in our economy. Our government, sometimes they are novice to these things, and they don't allow people to educate them. The smallholder sector, if I tell you that Firestone that have our own corporate responsibility, Firestone were given the right by our government to do withholding taxes, which is 4%. That's millions of dollars. The farmer paid those 4% per delivery. When Firestone was paying quarter.
Wow.
As a car comes on the weighbridge, it comes down, the cost percent per ton.
From the small water.
For the small water, who you didn't get any subsidy though. They call that money. All right? And then the farmer goes by, all in the need of supporting government. No track record. And that's how we fought until we brought shore with the Liberian Revenue Authority. We got the receipts here. We'll display them, you'll see them. We told them there should be a team number because always when money comes, you will tell our mothers, you will tell our fathers, those widows that their husband died and left the farm with them, you will use it as a stooge. These people are paying taxes. They are highly contributing to the government of Liberia, but no attention on our people. So how do you collect this money? Get by soon out, get a statistic data clerk who will assign at that depot. As the robber go there, they take their record. Then at the end, you reconcile the record between Firesoon and the clerk that is there. At time, the 4% per the tonnage that is coming out all over Liberia, you will get tons of United States dollars. These are things we live in and we're begging around for money. The money is right here. But people for the people eating the money. Yesterday, even the agriculture minister, when he went for confirmation at the Liberian Senate, it's bad to lie on our own. We got a clip as well. We will get on to you. I was surprised that he will be on spoon here and going on OKFM and talking as if to say when he talked, that's the end.
So are you saying also that the Ministry of Agriculture, that your group falls honor, have not been in consultation with you guys?
No. If you are making policy, those are the policy will affect. Don't you include them? You just make policy, you come on in your bed, you just get and make policy. That's how do we make policy?
And the rubber sector.
Okay.
So let me also.
Yeah, go ahead. After we will go to Kefasan.
The rubber sector is a large and evolving sector.
Yeah.
Looking at the players.
Wow.
Tell me, what exactly about this executive order that NAFU has condemned?
Thank you.
It is evil.
Thank you. You know what they do? They will go to government and tell government, look, that same old fund of carrying rubber out of Liberia. Let me just tell you, that changing the national composition of the rubber. It begins even from the top of. The material that coming out from the tree, it remains in liquid. And when it gets in the tapping cup, the farmer will apply sulfuric acid. And that acid will get it solid in the form of rock, what they call coagulating. So right there, that farmer change the liquid and it turns solid, right?
Ready for export.
Ready to ship to Firesoon. Firesoon now, using 419 on government that look, we're going to produce it, we're going to produce that. And that's why government got tired of it and get that contract with Jetty. Not only Jetty just wanted to get in a space, when you see some money bribe, maybe agriculture minister, get them some money, give you person money, and take the rubber the same way. Jetty is shipping code law. Is that anything different?
So what are those things exactly that you don't see as a benefit of this executive order?
So what is coming to
what is affecting the sector from
for each time the executive order come, they kill people. You know how you kill people?
No.
You take the power and bring out, monopoly in a concession in the entire world belt. So when Jetty has the power to buy and marginalizing those indigenous Liberians that are coming out now and running competition with them and put them out that look, Jetty is the one that's going to face rubber band, going to face the one. So hospital hand glove, that's going to face those things. So you sit down, they will carry the same rubber that those indigenous supposed to carry, that will have a Liberian coming out in that same manner. They will lead those people, then they suggest the farm owner now to an agile property. The way they do that, the rubber will be high on the world market. And when they tell you we're buying per ton here, $200 US. Where do you go to sell the rubber?
Okay, let's listen to the president.
Okay, thank you.
Exactly affects
thank you very much.
The sector.
There are a lot of constraints.
From this executive
Darius,
order.
A lot of constraints from the executive order.
Okay.
Hello, are you hearing me?
Just let you coming.
No, I'm coming. Before he moved further, he made few accusations. He talked about No, I'm coming. We have to clarify something before we move further. He talked about the agriculture minister taking breath. He talked about Jetty braving people. I'm asking you, do you have proof to these accusations?
Okay, so
that no, I'm coming. Let him go.
Yeah, even in the answer of the proof that you're talking about. So what you stand to gain when Jetty is carrying the same cutlass that your brothers are carrying, and you want your brother to stay and Jetty carry it in your mind? What do you think?
No,
about?
I'm asking you. I'm coming, Chief. Chief, I'm coming. We're having a very good conversation. We will extend your time to like 1 hour. You said the agriculture minister took breath. Okay, who brought this agriculture minister, and who are those that Jetty brought? Because to be frank with you, I want you to benefit, and I want the corporations to benefit.
So let's deal with this issue in this manner. You see, like
no, not in the manner. I'm asking about the accusation.
Yeah, so wait. Let's see the sensitive part of it. Let's see the sensitive part of it. All right. We said here like running competition with an Indian man who came as a foreign business that created his business, and you see people like Boko, you see other Liberians coming up doing the same business, shipping cotton. You are trying to silence them to see this foreign business to grow. In my mind, I feel that you took something for that because
in your mind, it's not documented. Okay,
yes.
In your mind.
So let's get to the president.
President.
Specific question.
No, I'm coming. He wants to react to that question. Let him go ahead. Then he will come to you.
Yes. I want to know specifically from this new executive order, what exactly affects NAFO?
Okay, thank you very much.
And then who this executive order stands to benefit?
It stands to benefit the foreign processing company. Because after the executive order 124, that there was heated argument on, and the president had to relax it for some time, and which, of course, after relaxing it, brought immense improvement in the rubber sector in the shortest period, coming out with a surcharge of $150 United States per ton of rubber, equivalent to $3,000 per container. That is the same executive order. I mean, if you look at it, it's the same 124 that is repeating itself. Why? Nobody. It is unrealistic for anybody to pay $150 United States per ton of rubber
as a subcharge.
A subcharge. Unrealistic and scary. So the whole idea is to put Liberia out of business. That's why you know Liberians that are doing their business. Besides that, even if they decide to become resilient to continue the market, who suffer? The producer. We, the smallholder rubber farmers, are the ones that are going to suffer. Because there is no businessman that will pay that huge amount of money and come buy from you and offer good price. It means that they will start paying a ton of rubber here for $50, $75, and then when the price is already better at the world market. Besides that, this executive order have never brought any improvement in the rubber sector of Liberia.
In terms of manufacturing.
All right, I come in Darius.
Besides the manufacturing plants, let's put it this way. The few processing companies that they are fighting for, they lack the financial and infrastructure capacity to buy the rubber that's in this country. Around 2018, 2019, all the way coming down to 2021, when this executive order thing were on, sometimes you will see 150 trucks, Vigo Lano, in Kakata, almost coming from the police station to 26 gate, finding a way to enter Firestone. And from that way, Vigo will be there for 2 weeks, like in Latin now 1 month, just to do one sale. Meaning that those companies do not have that financial capacity to buy the rubber. And I have to suffer. And the more we spend, the more the car owner then charge us. At the end of the day, you don't have a time.
All right, Darius,
so now you end up in confusion with the Vigos owner.
Yeah, we will get back to you, Darius. Let's go to Kev. Kev Hassan, go ahead with your question.
let me say welcome to the two gentlemen in the studio. Let me ask you this: you talk about the president spoke against Executive Order 124.
Right.
Did the president promise you guys that he will continue against 124? Did he give you guys during the campaign?
Did you get the question?
No, Aaron, we are not getting you. You are coming in broken.
Kev, you are broken.
Kev, please.
I come in broken. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
You can hear me now, right?
Yes.
Okay. You said the president spoke against Executive Order 124. Did the president make any promises to you Robert, and farmers, or did he say anything to you guys about? Because it seemed like you're saying that the president made promises. Did he?
Sure.
No.
Okay, so you're trying to say,
Yeah.
Did the president assure you guys not in any way that things will get better?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yes. 100%.
Of course. And he attended it. Even relaxing the moratorium, just less than one year. See the level of improvement. Farms that were being shut down are all opening. Farmers who are calling down their farm. I mean, we have to get on the field to talk to them how to do it. And eventually, they stop cutting down their farm. And again, the same thing is coming. It means that the rubber sector of Liberia is going to be destroyed.
So the relaxed order.
No, Kev, hello, Darius, allow Kev to finish. We will get back to you. Allow him to finish.
So
yeah, we will get back to you. Let's allow him to finish.
What you should understand, normally, normally the executive order, you know, it always lasts for 1 year, right?
The duration is 1 year.
It's 1 year. All right. So after that 1 year, if the president doesn't place it back, it means he knowing the cause of the previous one that came there. And the president spoke. The president speaking was clear. You will play a clip. You will play the video clip. He was very clear. You were even annoyed with Firestone. Now, where the mistakes are, when you want to have a processing plant here that will do manufacturing and have the brand made in Liberia, it's not even an event, it's a process. So what needs to happen is those stakeholders that are in the rubber sector, you call them to a meeting. It's good that in the agriculture ministry they've been having something we call sectoral meeting. So as those people come around having those meetings will inform the minister to make report, essential report to the president and advise the president what to do. But as we go now, the president is in it wrong because he's being contradicted. He spoke about 98 years. La Firestone cannot face a rubber bank. And bringing another moratorium again that is relating to the same 124, then where are we heading? The wrong was done in 2024. And you said you want a complete factory that will have a brand made in Liberia. That is not something to be done overnight. You need 10 to 15 years. So when you're doing that, you need to have something in progress. You can shut the whole rubber industry down. Because
second question.
Okay, let's go to Kev.
Kev, go ahead with your second question.
Yeah, you guys are right because the president issued Order 133 against the 124, and now he went to 151 and supported the 124. My question to you guys, how you guys are?
How you how to improve?
My phone.
A bit louder.
Okay. Are you guys hearing me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Much better.
Yeah. Okay. I want you guys to let me say the president issue 124. Sorry, the president issue 123 against the 124, and now he issued 151 in support of the 124. Right?
Yeah.
Are you guys? I want you to explain to the Liberian people how disappointed you guys are with the president promises to you guys, the promise that he made to you guys about and against the 124 and issue the 133. I want you guys to explain the effect. What will happen to you guys? What will happen to the normal rubber farmer like you guys? I want you guys to explain to the people the effect of it.
So let me come there, followed by the president. Now, if this was a new thing, our people would have been playing drums now to say, oh, the new development government bringing. The people have suffered for a very long period of time on this, always executive order coming to benefit few and for those people. Now, the economy of this country is merely relaxing on the rubber industry. So while we are talking, as we speak here now, people are smoking rubber in Africa, smuggling going on. The price here is even low, but our people are happy with it. As we speak, these few days, the president, myself, the vice president for administration of this institution, we converge in Cantor. We talk to our people, Banga. We talk to our people. We talk to investors that came to do replanting. Because some of the farms, in fact, the rubbers we're talking about, the rubber trees we're talking about, they are depredated, they are depleted. Because they were sitting. Sitting is something that you just go around the fire, root up, and plant, say rubber hard resisting, it will grow. So you tap in a tapping call for maybe 3-4 days before you can get the number that you need. Now, if you have a centennial rubber that is being bought, and then all farmers have 2-3 tapping cups hanging on the tree, they will go better. While they're not looking at that, the side effect that it has, it will put the Liberian that put this government into power. It will make more people. The Zogos that you see in the street, they are less. Because most of the children you don't see in the street today, they are on the rubber farm tapping. And if you bring about this executive order, the one who owns the farm will shut down. When you shut down, you come into the government. They play in the street. They feel that here you can't contain them. Then those already that are trying to absorb people from the labor force that all the streets are working. You are coming there to bring that to town. When you bring that to town, you know what will happen? Let you get away to these people. After leaving spoon, let's get away to them to say, come to town. My brother, you will see the difference. There are a lot of people that want to come.
Let me ask you this. Since the president issued 124, sorry, 151 right
now.
151. What will be your next step if the president?
This is It's who you asking that question. What we're doing, this is a professional way of doing it. I think people are listening to us. You have not heard us. You are listening to us. Liberians are listening. All right. So the next step here, we cannot fight government, but the farmers have their private farms and they have the right to live. All right. They brought the government to power. They cannot bring you to power. You start them in their back. You should understand. All right. Everybody cannot work in government.
Are you saying you guys voted for this government because both of you voted for this government, correct?
Yes.
Because you're in support of the 133 that he put in, and now he gone back and issued 151 against you guys. That's what you guys are saying. So he go back on and this is promise that he made to you guys, right?
This cannot be a promise. It's not a promise. He saw the wrong. You will play the video clip. He saw the wrong. He knows the wrong. He knows it wrong.
So let me come in.
Okay, come in before I ask you.
Let them finish.
Let them finish. We will come back to you. Let's go around the table.
You ask a question. What is going to happen is that if this surcharge remains and it is not addressed, farms are going to shut down. A lot of farmers who are already this enchanted are going to cut down the farm and bring it into charcoal. That what was happening. The few young guys that are leaving the street going to work on those various farms, they will also come to town, and a lot of them will turn into Zogo. Some will start taking drugs. That the negative magnitude of what is going to happen. And besides that, if the surcharge is not addressed, they're going to carry the economy on the ground. Even the money said that the agriculture minister is talking about raising, he's not going to raise it because one, production will drop. Yeah. The few guys that will continue to be on the field because they want to live on it are not going to buy rubber and declare it to government. Right there, you create an avenue for smuggling. There are a lot of things that will happen. But all in all, we are saying that, President Boakai, I believe in him. I know that he was misled. Because the agriculture minister who have been behind this thing, the reason why they both have to say that he took money, I would say funding man had gone wrong because he started a fight right after his appointment. And when he took over, this sector, he met this sector in conflict. Up to this time, he had done nothing to mitigate the conflict, not even 1% of it.
Wow.
So the information that he provided to the president is not right. Even though we blame the president because he is the president, but it is Alexander Nutter who is causing this trouble. He has joined the aggressor who created so much problem for we the smallholder rubber farmers. Instead of building consensus, he has failed to build consensus. And he with those people, now he has become a party to the conflict. Yeah. He is. So for all what we're saying, President must see reason to address this issue.
I'm coming.
Let me stop you guys.
Kev, hold on a bit. Let's allow them to finish when he lands, and then you will come in with your last question, and I will come in. And then
so our appeal is that he is the president. I'm sure that there are some information that were not provided to him, and I think when the way it's going. Because after realizing the ban, just less than 1 year, you can go in the interior or across Liberia and see the kind of improvement that will come in the rubber sector. As we speak now, all of the buying area, like everything is shut down as we speak. And it's troubling. And this is what we live on. I was speaking, I'm a farmer. Nobody helped me to rehabilitate my farm. My farm was shut down almost for 13 years. I just trying to reactivate it. And the money we spending, nobody helping us. No processing community helping us. No government helping us. And so the money we can take it from bank. So you leave our crops on the ground and create this problem because you want to force us to sell rubber to a specific people, a specific processing company that they themselves even said at one point that they were not going to do business with all. You are not mitigate anything like Firestone. Firestone said she was not buying from the brokers. And they were upon that World Bank even help us that we should access market for our farmers. So we are accessing our market. Then you coming in, and that MOU is between the very Ministry of Agriculture and ourselves with the involvement of RITRA. We access the market. Then you come in to demonstrate.
Yeah, thank you.
Without building consensus.
Okay. Yeah, please hold on a bit. Kev, please ask your last question. We don't have time. We need to go.
Yeah, my last question will not be a question, it'll be a statement. Let me say this to both of you, you guys. I see you're blaming the agriculture minister. The agriculture minister cannot do anything without the president's sanction on it. I think what we call a misplaced and anger. I think you should focus on the president. Everything. That's why the president have called a lot of cabinet meeting. When they go into cabinet meeting, each entity will come out and tell the president what to do. The president sanctioned this. The president want this. This is not the agriculture minister. The agriculture minister working the will and pleasure of the president. The president decide what to run in his government. So when you focus on the agriculture minister and not focus on the president that you and guys voted for, then that's why things will not go right for you guys, because you're leaving the person who responsible is the president. The agriculture minister can never, and that's why education about how government work in Liberia, because sometimes people focus on the minister and other people, but the president is, if the president don't want it, he will not sign executive 151. And if anybody tell you the president is misled, that's not true. This man get over 40 or 50 years experience. He's a smart man. He's not misled. He's the one. Focus on the president. He's the one. So if you do that, it will not right. That's not the minister. It's the president. Focus on that.
All right, I'm coming.
Yeah, so I agree with you. The president is the head. But how many times this minister have brought all together to build consensus with all? Because we don't have the opportunity to see the president. We meet the president in their meetings and things. He is our own president. But right that he's supposed to set it.
But the president was agriculture. The president was agriculture minister.
Careful,
the president was
Kev, allow them to talk.
No, I'm just telling that the president was agriculture minister.
Why you will not build consensus? Now you say everything will go on the president.
Listen. The president is not free from what we're talking about here. The results, whether negative or positive, that will come out, the president will take the weight. What we are saying, the minister have not sat with us in the sectoral meeting. Those information that emanating from the farms, from the farm owners, are being provided to the Ministry of Agriculture. What we want is the coordination. But it is the president's signature on the moratorium. I understand your part. I understand what you're saying. Yes, it is the president who signs it. It is the president who taking the blame. And that's the reason why we took the video clip and play on OKFM. And we will give you all of these necessary information, petrol evidence, that you will play them for the whole world to watch them. That you will see woman crying in Nima, her farm down, make burning charcoal, because of the kind of way she's being suppressed. Is that the kind of government that we anticipated? The answer is no. The answer is no. So the president is not free from that. You are right. But what we are saying from today's day, let the minister also build consensus with his people. Other than that, we'll be standing behind the minister and say our minister have done well. But the president has been stumbled, and the president did what he could do. But the message on the field now is Nuta did not sit with us. And then that we taking all of the load to put on Nuta. No. If Nuta even tell the president with the experience the president had, that's what I said. Let's forget about the 42 years. Let's come to the 12 years. The 12 years executive order, when executive order came that misled Manasari. When she was misled,
all right, Chief, we don't have time.
As vice president. So President Boga should have been waiting from, on what executive order does.
Okay, hello.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Okay, I'm coming in, and after we will take few calls because we have another people coming up.
No problem.
We've been with you for about an hour now. So I want to ask you again. You said what's your positions? I'm getting calls that yes. First answer that question. I want to talk something because I'm getting calls from other people. What's their positions again?
I am the National Board Chair, Honorable Francis Sewan-Young.
The next person?
I'm James W. Fakia, the National President of the National Rural Brokers and Farmers Union of Liberia.
Okay. All right. I will talk about that at the end of my question. Are you against the industrialization of the sector?
No answer. No.
No.
The answer is no.
So
we welcome industrialization, but it should be technically, the approach might be a technical base, not political. We did the training for what they're talking about. We did the value chain training under RTC. We know the leakages in the sector. The leakages in the sector have not been addressed. So how can you industrialize a nation
what are
when
those
basic things, the framework that you're supposed to develop are not being developed, when you don't even have the blueprint? Then you just come out in a day, you take decision and destroy people's property.
So what are those platforms that the government has to set before we move to industrialization? Because you are here to put forth a solution, not to attack, because the executive order has been passed. All you can do now is come up with recommendations. If they are okay, the government can look into your direction. So what are those things that you think the government can do now that you, the small farmers, will benefit from this 151?
We have started the process already. There are recommendations that we have sent to Ministry of Agriculture, and the first and foremost thing to do if you want to industrialize Liberia, first, change the qualities of planting material. 90% of the farmers that produce the 65% of the natural rubber you're talking about lack access to improved planting material. I'm talking about ball grafted rubber. Put in funds, develop nursery to provide a high yielding clones, modern clones to the farmer to transitions from planting seeding. One. Take between 10 to 15 years to develop a plan that will not only just be for producing TSR, which is technically specified rubber, 10 or 20, but that will transition from TSR to manufacturing, and that will take you some period. Now, if you start that basis, and you're coming out now with decision, because it will take some time. It's a process and not an event. And also do some training, create, provide financial access to farmers. We are having agriculture incorporated by here. It can be seen no more. Government should come out with some financial hold that will be able to loan farmers. All the things that we're doing, everything coming from our pocket, that will make it difficult. Government is not happy. The concession community, the private community, fighting for, nobody happy. So if you put those structures into place, and you coming out now to tell all that unprocessed rubber will not leave the country, we agree with you. Because if we talk about the unprocessed rubber, it should not only be common. The TSR should be stopped because of raw material. When you talk about exporting raw material, TSR is raw material. The common law is raw material. So the focus should not only be on the TSR, I mean, or on the common law. All these things, nothing has been done. But to just come out with a policy in a daytime when people have suffered, they have produced their crops, and we are actual market, we have market, we're selling our product, our life trying to improve. You come out abruptly to stop it because you want to force it to somebody. People who said yesterday that they don't want to do business with us, and you have failed to mitigate it, we feel that injustice. It's not fair for us.
Thank you. So, yeah, thank you. Darius, can we now go to the phone line and get free calls?
Yeah. Nursing.
Okay, while Darius is working on that, if you're just joining us, we are in conversation with the small rubber farmers. They are expressing their satisfaction. And the reason why I asked you guys about your positions, I received another message. Another person claimed to be the head of the small rubber farmers in Liberia. So that is why I asked you that question. I'm not asking you to respond to it. Another person claimed to be the head. So I wanted the audience again to listen to your positions. So as soon as Dara is okay, we will go to the phone lines and talk to Liberians. So if you're out there, get ready. Darius is about to announce the numbers. Or okay, maybe you can swap with Nelson and then we do the course and after you come.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can swap with Nelson. We do the course. Okay, we trying to get Nelson there. As this is a conversation. I think we are not into campaign mode now, and I love your approach you're taking. And it was good again. Yeah, go ahead, Darius. If we are okay.
Welcome.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to
Anyway.
school. Yeah, make your point. Your name and where you calling from.
You must be calling me from my background.
Okay, let's hear you. 30 seconds.
It's discussing care Hassan that you how government work. You're talking about being the president. Concern agriculture, which I make report to agriculture minister, the agriculture minister, right? With those brothers that in studio with you guys, they didn't get there. You can't continue talking about 10, 15 years, but wait for things to perspective for 10, 15 years. We can't wait for all the time. Other countries are moving forward. Let me tell you the way for it because you say you country to wait for it, for you to benefit for it, and wait for 10, 15, 20 years. No. That's not going to happen in this country.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's not going to happen in this country.
Okay. So, yeah, welcome.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, your name and where you calling from. 30 seconds.
I'm going to record brother.
Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah, I want to say hi to the guys in the studio. And I want to encourage them to be patient, engage the government constructively, to avoid the issue of protest because they can solve their problems. I just want to encourage them. I just want to pray for them. I hope that the government will listen to them. The government will act and to tell Hassan, this is not what PDP is not in power anymore.
Let's stick to the issue. Thank you for your contribution.
Stop.
Let's take more calls. 00555.
Allow the callers to express their concern. Allow them to talk, Darius. Allow them to speak, please.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, please.
Oh, how are you?
Yeah, name and where you calling from. 30 seconds. Make your point.
But I'm expecting or I'm suggesting the government to learn on child care. Child care and education, we all saw how the robber sector was booming in the country. Common idea, they hire the police to lower the price. They push it there in the consumer, like you have to fire and get it to be buying that private. You see? But child care, what he did, we allow buy our way corporations. We allow buy, fire for buy, and Bakuya car they will buy, Kaka car they will buy, even chicken to factory they will anywhere you go they will buy. So business was proved. In fact, people were just telling me that as soon you bring your car, people really money change at all, or as soon you wait it, you only get a place and then they give you money, you go buy it and bring different one. So I don't know. The people our president is West in agriculture. What is the change mentor? At that time, I think Masako was the agriculture minister. I don't know whether he is still living again using. We imagine at that time we were buying something they call Babatu. We used to buy country rep from Morocco, we carry the zero country to go very cheap. What happened now? The problem is the team mentor.
Okay. Thank you for your report. 05551101075. James will take 2 or 3 more calls. Welcome.
Thank you.
Your name and where you calling from. 30 seconds. Make your input. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, what I was talking is a very hard matter. The local farmer.
TV Oliver.
I said, what our brothers are talking to there. Like, I think that.
Your line is terrible. Your line is terrible. You're breaking through.
Oh my God, are you getting me?
Yeah, go ahead. Much better.
Oh, after I will come down go in the to help what in that. Those are and 5 6. The top the baby color. Now 4 now 4 here the song. So
I think your line, you are breaking, through. So let's take 2 more calls, James. Let's have another group of. Yeah, welcome to the talk show.
Yeah.
Your name and where you calling from? 30 seconds, make your input.
Yeah, Abu Sharif, calling from Japan Freeway.
Let's hear from you.
Yeah, actually, the road broker, then actually, I'm very sorry for him or for them. They were crying a day. He was afraid not to do that. It's a president breaking you. The executive order is that you drop for them, but let benefit them. Me myself, yeah, I have my raw fund, okay? But when this one continues, executive order, when we benefit, and I'm going to tap my raw. I will leave it there, okay? So, Mr. President, please fight for your citizens. Thank you. Yeah, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
James will take the last call, right? Welcome. Welcome. Your name and where you join us from? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, let's hear you.
Hello.
Let's hear you.
Yes, okay, my name is Robert Howard, calling from New Jersey, United States of America.
Okay.
Yes, you see, the government of Nigeria is serious error. They don't know what they are doing. Because the agriculture minister over there does not know how these things are working. The food processing company in Nigeria is unable to process the rubber. Nigeria is producing over 3,000 metric tons of rubber a day. The food processing company can only process about 300 to 400 metric tons of rubber. What is happening to the rest of the rubber that will be unprocessed? The only thing they will do with it is to tell the people they are not buying it. What they need to do is say when you take the rubber to fire to other places, the people will tell you that they are not buying the rubber, or you should go and wash the rubber, or all men come from somewhere with a whole truck load of rubber. They will tell you to stop the rubber to get clean before they buy it, because the rubber was too much. And you will take the rubber from Maryland, the rubber to fire will tell you that they are not ready to buy. You will carry that rubber back to Maryland. They don't want to get ready before you bring it. They tell you to stop it because it is black. These people alone cannot buy all the rubber. Let the government allow the people to buy. Let everyone continue to buy until we have enough processors. Until we have enough processors that the only way, because right now, if you stop the typical Nigerians who are right now in the market buying everything over to those guys that are processing right now, the bulk of it that will be left, they will have to export it themselves. The government honor the table. This is what they have been doing.
Okay.
So please, Mr. Government, you should not stop these people from buying until we are ready.
Okay.
Until we have to
Thank you.
in the country.
Thank you. So
Thank
that's
you.
it.
Thank you. You listen to the callers. We hope to have you again the next time. But before we let you go, if you want to react to the callers, you can go ahead, and then we will allow you to have your parting comment.
Okay. So thank you. It's good having us here. The next thing that we want to tell President Boakai is this is a room of the export tax, Liberia government, which is constitutional. So it was relaxed in 2021. All right. The George Weah government have it relaxed, and they know the reason why. So coming out in the blue sky to say executive order bringing they kind of huge money on surcharge per ton, $150 is not realistic. The best thing is to come back to that export tax that they used to pay. It's constitutional. Nobody's going to talk about it. Then the processing we're talking about here, we start with processing. We want a manufacturing factory that will manufacture things that will have the brand made in Liberia. You know, president, and that's what we pushing here. If you have heard the National Rubber Broker president talking about 10 to 15 years, he wouldn't give me those years so that government can get to the fire. It could be done in 5 years because you can build those things and bring a fabricated factory. All right, that will have those things processed and do a finished product. When you're doing that in Liberia, the farmer will be happy because they get market, they get where to sell, and that manufacturing factory will absorb the rubber. Yeah, absolutely. Now to just see Jetty who say he coming process rubber, Kevin the same long, then you stopping integral Liberian who doing the same thing Jetty doing. It's not a fair thing. It's not a fair thing. We need a level playing field. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And let me also thank all of the callers that call, including the brother who said we're not going to wait for 10, 15 years. Well, that's his opinion. Apparently, he is not a farmer. If he were in our shoes to know the kind of struggle that we can go through, the expenses that we can make, he would not make that statement. But I thank him also. So what we want, for all we standing by the government, we did the training. We know about the thing called value added. They just speak the language, but they don't know what really it meant. Because you can't add value. You can't be talking about adding value. Then the 4 pillars, you destroy all. I mean, it's something that is inclusive. It's intended to create jobs. It's intended to increase government revenue generation. And everyone might one way or the other be part. And that's the reason why the supply chain is full in the rubber sector. We had the producer who are the farmers. We had the service provider or otherwise called aggregators who are the brokers. We had the transporter or in the service group. We had the import provider who are the people that sell agrochemicals and equipment. And we had the processor. So the processor you're talking about have destroyed the supply chain. You will see Firestone with truck, with weighing scale, going all the way in the bush. Look, your James and Kev, I beg you guys. Let's provide, this Liberia belongs to all. We cannot leave Liberia to go any area. And I don't think it will be a good thing for us to live in our country and we are not protected. So these guys, we are not refusing to do business with them, but they do have the capacity. Just as the guy that called from the United States told you. There are a lot of rubber that got oxidized. It's just the chair is not there to play. You will see it. Simply because they don't have the capacity to buy. You carry your rubber, they look at 7 or 8 trucks and send it by. They say, go by, we didn't call you. If there's a situation that you want to bring up by in, we beg you, President Boakai, see reason and address this issue. And the property we're talking about is privately owned by us. It's not part of the state resources, the iron ore, diamond, or gold. I beg you, executive order, go sleep.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, and we hope to see you again. Thank you so much. It was nice having you.
And you too.
Thank you, James. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Okay, folks, you just listened to the small rubber farmers there. Coming up next is the religious community, specifically the United Methodist Church. Today there was no service, but Darius, you were following that story today. So while we're getting the guests seated, will you please bring us up to speed what really happened today? Because I saw you covering it.
James, are you getting me? James, are you getting me?
Yes, we are getting you.
Okay, so our next guest will soon be ushered in. They are from the St. Nangbe United Methodist Church. You know, we have been following this crisis within the United Methodist Church. Okay, the dispute, the controversy over their 2016 Book of Discipline and the revised 2020-2024 book of discipline that has to do with marriage. And so it led to what we call the Global United Methodists, another group that have separated from the original United Methodists. And SD Nangbe Methodist Church has found itself in the middle of that. So we will hear more from them, but it's all about the book of discipline, some issues that brought about disagreements and some dispute or misunderstanding in the United Methodist Church. So today there was no service. We saw police present at the edifice of the ST Nangbe Church, blocking entrance of worshippers, members of the church, from having service. Where the other came from, we will know more about that. So I think that's it.
How you call it? This been around for a couple of years now. I think it started around the last time. I even provided a special coverage of it individually, not as a network. Individually, I did that. I think second part of last year or in 2023, somewhere around there. This issue has been around. I don't know what's really happening to the United Methodist Church, but I hope we get some of the reasons why. It has been going on for some time, but let's wait until they come on. Kev, while we are waiting to get seated, have you ever followed this development in Liberia about the Methodist Church?
Yeah, I saw something like that on Facebook, but the most depressing part of it, I don't know why the police decide to go and interfere in religion. I don't know whether I send them on this, but I don't know why the police would go in there and stop people from going to worship.
In fact, let me interrupt you. I know you're trying to spin things around here. Police everywhere in the world, their number one responsibility is to restore law and order. If they think that anywhere or any property is under threat, I think the first thing they do is to move in and make sure the place remain calm. And I think we were successful in doing that today.
Oh, okay.
We did not see any chaos.
So you're saying that when people going to worship that God is a threat, so they got to move?
Yes. If there is a commotion, the police will move in and stop you. It happens everywhere in the world, Kev. Don't bring politics in the people's church issue.
No, but police should not enter when people going to worship their God.
No, police can stop even a worship service
Let me ask you this: there was any issue of violence there?
That's what happened. You have the reporter who covered.
No.
Right beside you there.
Darius, let me ask you this, right? This Polish journalist is saying there was an issue of violence there today. The people were causing commotion.
No, I did not tell you they were causing. I told you the police moved in to stop violence just in case it is about to happen. The last time it happened, Kev, I'm coming. Kev, I'm coming.
Wait. No, James. Let me ask.
I will allow you to come in, Kev. We're waiting for the guests to come in.
Let me ask that. Darius,
go ahead and get your people together. Don't talk.
Darius, there was any violence there today?
No, Darius, don't talk for now until you can get your people in. Please forget about it between us. We saw this. It happened before. I think they even jailed some of the pastors and members about a year ago. I saw a pastor being jailed because of the same Methodist Church.
There was any violence there today, Darius?
Darius is busy with the guest, so hold on a bit. He will come. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you if there is a potential violence getting about. There's
nothing called potential. There's nothing called potential violence when people going to worship their God.
Yeah, they stop
Tell me
them. The
that.
police know why they stop them, and they will tell you why the
There's a
police stop them
complete
when they
there's
come
a
in.
complete there's a complete separation between
Kev,
the
the
government and
police has the power to even stop you from entering your fence if they know that your life is being threatened to enter
yeah, but
the
there's
fence.
nothing state there. What I saw, people were eating and people
Yeah,
was.
that one you saw that one.
I,
The one
I
you want to say that podcast said.
this
Are we
this
ready, Darius?
government love to cook out
Okay.
violence. So I wish Darius
So
gets.
the police is responsible to protect lives and properties, just in case they can move in to stop anything. Even in the mosque, they can stop the mosque. They can
Let me
stop
tell
the
you
prayer from
this.
going on.
Let me tell you this. When the states try to police a state,
Okay,
right?
stop.
On the
Don't
on the
bring
on
state
on,
business
on
in
your
this.
right, then that means
No.
the government. Let me tell you this. This government is ruling by decree.
No, stop.
This is not a democratic government. This is a
Kev.
military style government.
How
Because the
can
government
police
even going to a
stopping
church.
people?
It's a military
Because
style government.
today, what we saw and what journalists reported, you had two groups. Okay, you had two groups, one for, one against. You had a bishops group and you had an opposing group.
There
So
was
if
no
those
two
two
groups.
groups were going to
No,
meet today,
no,
do
there
you
was
know
no
the
two
outcome
group.
of what was going to happen? I think
Show
that was
video,
the
there was
best
a
thing
two
the
group.
police did.
Show video, there was a two group. No two group. The
The
people wake
people
up in the
coming on here
morning.
now.
The people saying they don't want the church to be polluted by an infidel, right? Where they don't want the church to be polluted by.
Are we okay, Darius? If we are okay, let me know.
That's right.
I think
That's
one of the
right.
pastors who
Yes.
got jailed the last time,
James.
maybe I'm mistaken. I think one of them will be coming on here.
James,
Maybe
we're okay.
I'm missing the person.
James, we are okay.
We are okay now. Okay, let me bring the guest on. Okay. Kev talking plenty. Let him go down. Okay, folks, good evening and welcome again. Coming up now on your screen is the United Methodist Church, one of the factions. Okay, we have like two factions now. We have the Bishops group and should we say the anti-bishops group or whatever? You can decide how to term it. So they're going to be coming out specifically to tell us what's happening in the Methodist Church. Darius, you are with these people, so kickstart the show.
Okay, so we have Father Smith and Father Fulmer, all from the St. Nangwe United Methodist Church. So we will go over to them, starting with Father Cooper. Let's hear you tell them more about yourself and the church.
Let me say thank you so much for the invitation. My name is Kupo Toma. I am the day leader of the Nangwe United Methodist Church, the church we call the Cathedral along the Boulevard. I've been leader for 6 years now. At one point, I was made Father of the Year for the church, and following that, I became Father of the Year for the Monroe District Conference. So far, that's my portfolio as it relates to my church.
So your current position is?
Lay leader. I'm the duly elected and installed lay leader of the Nangwe United Methodist Church.
Okay. Let's go over to you, Father Smith.
Yeah, good evening anyway, and thank you very much for taking interest in what is happening at our church, because a lot of clarity is supposed to be made. As I said, my name is Victor Smith. I serve as church council chairperson for a little over 5 years. And presently, I'm a member of the church, and I've been making my contribution. And with this issue that we have on hand now, it requires every sincere Christian to come to the aid of the church. And we want to make it clear, because one of the things that is really placing the problem in our church is the misconception. We as ST Namwe member, ST Namwe United Methodist Church, we agreed that we are going to be member of the Liberian Conference, and we remain there. And if there's an issue, then we can solve that problem instead of running away.
Okay, so
thank you.
We have James on the set. We have Kev Hassan as well. They will be asking a lot of questions. But let's know from you what exactly is happening in the United Methodist Church, and then coming down to SD Namwe.
Thank you very much. And that's the critical problem. Sometime last year, around April to May 4th, the General Conference was held. And there were a lot of alterations that was done on the new book of discipline. And it came to effect December of last year. And in that book of discipline, it has several parts. For part 5, which is the social principle. And under that social principle is where marriage is defined.
Okay.
Initially, in the book of discipline for the past years, the latest one was 2016, marriage is defined as a relationship between a man and a woman. But in the 2024 that came out, said marriage is defined as two consenting adults. And in fact, they went forward and included lesbian, gays, queer, transgender people and all. So that's where the problem is. We as a church from ST Namwe, we don't believe in that because we are a traditional church. And from very get-go, the definition of marriage has been between a man and a woman. So that is where the problem is. That is where we have an issue. And all that we have done and continue to do is to ask for dialogue. That we can dialogue and define a path through which we can get out of this situation.
James.
Yeah.
Are we okay?
Yes, yeah, we are hearing him.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
Yeah, he can go ahead.
So we have passed as a church because when they had the transition, there were other people in the global church that decided to go away. And there was a room for this affiliation. And that window closed December 31st. So I mean, we at the Liberian Conference was now fully informed of the whole process. And then our bishop now spearhead the whole program of if they change the definition of marriage, we will not stay in the church, we will go to the global. But it was surprising to us that when we came back from the conference, our bishop turned around. But yet still he's our bishop. And all we've been asking for is a dialogue. And that dialogue we have given him or given the church the way we think and the way we think it should be done. So that's where we are, and that's where the difference is.
Okay, so let's hear
Let's
from
go ahead
Father.
and ask your second question.
Let's hear from Father Cooper.
Yeah, in addition to what Father Smith said, when the resolution was passed at the General Conference in the States, the Extra Language United Methodist Church wrote its own resolution and stated categorically that we do not accept same-sex marriage, and we were rejecting the concept of regionalization. That resolution was sent to the bishop. The bishop came to our church, and that issue was not laid to rest. We were advised to go to the annual conference in Banga at the 192nd session of the Liberian Conference. We went there. Unfortunately, we were not allowed to discuss the issue. We were denied the privilege or the right to discuss the issue. So they went ahead and did a resolution, a non-binding resolution, because as far as I'm concerned, the book of discipline is the book that we all know to be the ultimate authority for the United Methodists. So what they passed in Banga for us is non-binding. So they use that to try to fool people to say, oh, we don't believe in same-sex marriage. We've passed a resolution that we don't believe in same-sex marriage. But guess what? What was passed in Banga has to be taken to the General Conference and ratified before we can use it. So as it stands right now, our conference is still under the 2024 Book of Discipline, which defines marriage as between man and a woman and two consenting adults. So this is where we stand as SC Nangbe. We say, okay, Bishop, we respect you as our bishop. Since you say you are confident that what you pass at the conference is going to be rectified, we at SC Nangbe say, okay, until that is done, there are a few things we cannot do. First of all, we're going to suspend our activities with the annual conference. And what does that mean? We're not going to pay our apportionment to the annual conference because the annual conference pays apportionment to the general conference, which supports gay marriage. And secondly, our activities will be ST Nangbe centric. We'll do everything United Methodist, but we will not go to the annual conference or the Monroe district, any activity that has to do with them, because there's a tendency that people from abroad who believe in same-sex marriage will be part of it, and that is why we say we are not going to be a part. And all of the confusion in the church right now is because SC Nangbe says we're not going to be paying 10%. We're not paying 10%, and for them, it's a no-go zone. They need the money. So that is why all the force is all about going on air, saying all sorts of things that SC Nangbe wants to leave the Methodist Church. That is a bald-faced lie. We are United Methodists. We will remain United Methodists. We feel that if the other people were able to fight this thing for 52 years, we think we can stay in the Methodist Church and make sure our way is done. So that is the problem we have in the church right now.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead. Ask one more, then we go to Kev.
Okay, so I just want you in a nutshell. Why did the non-global United Methodists break away? And then what specifically in the 2016 Book of Discipline that have changed in the 2020-2024 Ganta revised Book of Discipline?
Actually, there's a lot that's changed. But what concerns us more is the definition of marriage.
Okay.
Yes. It says the 2016 Book of Discipline defines marriage as between a man and a woman. Full stop.
Okay.
But the 2024 Book of Discipline says marriage is between a man and a woman, and there's another layer that says between two consenting adults. And there is where our come lies. Two consenting adults to me, one brother, one sister. Two brothers, two sisters, and all of that. And there is where we say we are not going to go that route. So there where we'll write a resolution, and there where we stand. And since the bishop and the people are saying that they passed a resolution that says they don't recognize same-sex marriage, fine. But until you can get it rectified, we're not going to pay 10%. So there is where the problem is. They don't want to lose their money. We pay our money. We say we're not going to give it to you until you can pass this thing at the general conference. They don't want to hear that. And that's where that is where the issue came from. The distributor came to our church because we passed a resolution. He didn't like the resolution. He decided to suspend elected officials of our local church. And according to the Book of Discipline, it does not have any authority to suspend elected officials of a local church. I challenge them to show me the stipulation in the Book of Discipline. They have never done that. It just said it verbally. And to even buttress our point, the parliamentarian of the Liberia Annual Conference came to our church. He's on tape. He said that whatever the district superintendent did, he did it on his own. He was out of order, and the bishop did not send him to come and suspend any official of the local church. And that's on tape.
Okay. And further into the future, even they are saying that they will not support same-sex marriage, but in the new Book of Discipline, they are allowing now for them to serve on boards. They are allowed to be, there should be ordination for those kind of people. And we must also sponsor them in school. So these are things that we ourselves, being traditionalists, we really don't support. And then the things that is snowball. We laterally closed our church, and if you notice, we went to church. Today we went to church, and we had that church in the street. Okay. Yeah. And the way we know it, the way you can close people property in, especially the communal property, people got to be notified. We were not notified. The executive committee that runs the church just decided, okay, we'll close the church. And they closed the church. We didn't even send us any letter or notification that, oh, we are closing the church because of X, Y, Z. And then just to even make matters worse, people cheating on the door and brought in armed people. We asked them, we asked the police, what is the document you are acting upon to close our church? Or we taking order from our bosses. We know legally in this country or anyway, it's the court of competent jurisdiction can close such a big church like that or anything for that matter. They didn't do that. But they said that they were taking order from the bosses. So you see what happened today. We were out in the street having service because that is our church. We can't go any other place beside that church.
And in addition to what Mr. Smith said, they are gone to the Justice Ministry and said that there was confusion at the church. And as a result, they wanted the police intervention. But before the police came, they are going ahead and hire the services of Palace Security Services that is run by A.B. Kroman. They went there and they locked our gates. But how did this happen? We just woke up 3 days ago, and read on the internet that our church has been temporarily closed. And for us, it was strange because we think if Bishop wants to close our church, there should be at least a pastoral letter signed by the bishop, or there should be a circular, or some form of communication signed by the bishop. You cannot close a church of ST language statute on the internet by executive committee, and it's not signed by anyone. So for us, we thought and still think it's fake. Well, this is not signed by anyone. And I went to the church. We asked the people, why are you here? We are here on the orders of the bishop that the church is closed. Is there any court order? No. So what is the basis for coming here to close our church? There are laid down procedures in the Book of Discipline if bishop wanted to close the church down. And those procedures were not followed. We're all United Methodists. Everybody reads the Book of Discipline this time. Before they used to come and say, oh, according to discipline, this, and this. But the days of saying according to the Book of Discipline is over. Everybody reads the Book of Discipline. It's on the phone. You can access it anytime. So when they say, according to the book of discipline, we ask them, what is the paragraph?
Okay.
We ask
okay,
them
okay,
for the
Chief.
paragraph. They say you're being disrespectful.
James,
Yeah, let's bring Kev in. Kev,
Yeah,
please
Kev,
go ahead.
First of all, both of you are on the same side. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. Let me I ask this. Some say that was the police went there today. It was any form of violence there today at the Methodist Church, at the church? Any form of violence? Yeah.
No.
There was no violence.
He just
We
explained
went,
the reason.
we went to the church. The police told us that we cannot enter based on the order from higher ups. So our people decided to congregate in front of the church, and there where we had our church service. There was no confrontation. There was no violence, nothing whatsoever.
Let me ask you this: Why you think the government sent police to go stop you guys from going to church and against same-sex marriage? Do you think the government is in support of the same-sex marriage? Because why this government is stopping a peaceful worshiper? Because what I saw folks were eating, they were peaceful, but the doors were locked. Why you think the government is in support of same-sex marriage and against the church? Why?
Look, Ket, I don't want you to insinuate that the government is for same-sex marriage.
Thank you so much, Father.
Yeah, we had meetings with some government officials. They are clear. Our laws of Liberia is clear. The state that marries people out or declare marriages does not support same-sex marriage. So the government doesn't support that. But the police came in.
Let me stop you there. Let me stop you there.
Kev, can you please allow him to learn?
No. Can you stay out of this? Let me say this. Let me say this to you, right? You say the government doesn't support, but the police is the government.
Yeah, but let me.
My question to you. Yeah, my question to you. Why the police stop? Because I asked. If my first question, there was no violence. Because police should enter. Because if there's a violence, I will support the police to enter there. So let's do a process of elimination here. There was no violence. So why did the police went there to stop a peaceful worshiper to worship their God on a Sunday? I need that explanation from you.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to provide.
Okay.
We had some meeting with some government officials today. And one of the questions that we asked was on what documentation that you are using to lock our church. He said, and he told us that some other members from the church wrote the justice ministry and said that there was violence going on the church at the church campus. And since January of this year, or since we came back from the annual conference, most of the Methodist churches been having these problems. So based on that, from his experience, from past things that happened to other Methodist church, that's why he came in based on that letter I was writing them to deploy the police there. But after we have explained to him where we stood, our case is unique. We are not fighting anybody to take property from the Liberian Conference. All we are asking is, let us find a way out. We are not leaving the Liberian Conference. We are still member of the Liberian Conference and the United Methodist Church. That he understood. So now as we speak, when we walk out of that meeting today, there's a pending meeting tomorrow. And from there, they will make their final determination. But he was acting based on previous experience at other Methodist church. That's why they were deployed.
Wait. Let me ask you.
Kev, go ahead again.
Yeah, let me ask you this. You were acting on the previous incident, right?
It's from other churches, not from ST Nambu in particular.
Other churches.
Yes,
that's,
other ministries.
that's why they were cool.
But police should. There's a complete separation between the state and religion. We know that, right? It's a complete
I know
separation,
that.
right? When police go on the scene and do the investigation and see that was peaceful, all they needed to do, open the church, let the people worship. My question to you: did the police open the church for people to worship today?
No, they didn't open, but after our meeting, the IG came and the place was open. And because we have a major program this week, it allowed us to put our banners up.
No, I'm talking about Sunday.
Can you allow the guests to
Well,
talk?
let me backtrack.
Them to answer your question.
Can I backtrack a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I think it was on Friday. We are going to the church, and we were, went there because the other people were there. They went and locked the gate. At that time, there are 2 armed policemen, along with 2 guys from the palace security, plus our own security. So we went there and wanted to find out why our church was closed.
That was on Friday.
Yes.
Okay.
So we were able to go in. When we went in, the 2 police guys that were on shift, they didn't do anything to us. And they felt, according to them, they felt threatened. So they called for reinforcement. At that time, about 14 police guys came, were armed. When they came, they did not see any disturbance. We were there jubilating and singing songs and all of that. And during that time, the vice president of the Liberia Council of Churches, along with one of their members, came and wanted to find out what was going on at the church. So we explained to her, and she understood. She said, Bishop, I already explained his side, and he wanted to know our side. So after we explained, she said, okay, I'm going to take the message to the bishop. I'm going to find out what is going on. But as far as I'm concerned, there is no violence here. There is no need for the police to be here. And she even went down and told the police there is no need for you guys to be here because there is no violence.
Okay.
So there was no need.
Thank you.
So there was no
We have to
need.
hold you there, Kev.
So there's no need for police to be there on Sunday.
Kev, hold on.
There was no need for police to be there on Sunday, correct?
Kev, we will get back
Yes.
to
No
you.
need.
They said no need already.
No need.
So to our surprise,
Yes, so Kev, we will get back to you.
To our utmost surprise, we came to church this morning, and there was a reinforcement of over, 15, 20, 25 policemen on the compound, stating that they had specific instruction that we should not enter the premises of the church.
Okay. So I want to hold you there. Let's play this video. This is a video, I think, from one of your events where the bishop spoke. And after, I will come in with my part of questions.
To get married in a church. What is the intention of these people? And so we feel that it is not right for the church to allow that. In fact, for me, God will punish me if I allow that to happen, or if I agree with them. I think I will burn in hell. So I told them in 2004 that the church cannot license people to go to hell. You agree with me? Yes. And all of us said, we want to go to heaven. Yes. Isn't that the reason why we're behind God? Yes. So why must we go to hell? We cannot license people to go to hell. We are here to witness for Christ, to bring the lost into the church. But if we come back this year and we come back and then we say, oh, the church now agree. They say now 2 men were married, 2 men. Then we come to Liberia. Then the DF come and say, Pastor Flobo and Pastor Moses, they're getting married tomorrow. To get married in a church.
Okay, I think you listen to it?
Yes. Well, we have seen that video many times.
Yeah,
And that's
so
where we have the problem.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
when was that, and where the video was made?
When and where?
I think it was made at one of the conferences. In fact, there was a committee on the way forward, and the bishop of, I can't give you the district or the conference exactly, but
That was in Nana Crew. That bishop in Nana
yeah.
Crew.
And the bishop,
Nana Crew in Sino.
Yes, Nana Crew, yeah.
and the bishop was going from district to district, carrying the message that if the definition of marriage was changed, the United Methodist Church were going to leave the World Methodist Church.
That is Liberia.
Liberia was going to leave.
And this is where we have the problem. If the bishop made the change by accepting that resolution, he hasn't come back to his people to explain to us why. But we should just accept it. And whereby we are traditional people.
Okay.
Rather than believe in that. That explanation has not been given. And even when they return, it was agreed that she would be a special conference. That special conference was not held. And all of these things caused the group of those people who are advocating for those change. That's how you got the Global United Methodist Church.
Okay, so Father, I have this question. The executive committee, what is the executive committee within the United Methodist Church? What is their strength, and what can they do, and what they cannot do?
Is there an executive committee of the United Methodist Church or the annual conference? That's what I say.
Yes, there is by the Book of Discipline. Yes, there is one.
Yeah, I'm talking about because
the executive committee.
Yeah,
there is an executive committee.
The power.
What is their power?
Yeah. Oh, I think it comprises most of the committee chairpersons. The bishop is the chairperson on that committee. District superintendents are on that committee, and they run the day-to-day activities of the church.
Okay.
Because in the absence of the conference.
Okay.
Can so they the conference? Okay, Jim, go ahead.
Yeah, can they take a decision that will reflect on the rest of the church? Like, we close this service today. There will be no service this Sunday. There will be no service this coming Sunday. Can they sit and take that decision without reaching to the rest of the church members?
There has to be a cause. What is the cause? In the Methodist Church,
just asking, can they do it?
No,
it's the committee crew with that authority.
No, let me explain that the way the Methodist Church run with the executive committee. For major decisions like that, right? You have to state the cause. It has to be voted upon at different level.
Who are those that have to
vote? Level
vote?
be at the conference before you can close. You can
Who are those that have to vote?
Yes.
Who are those that have to vote on such
the delegates that go to the conference?
So there should be a conference before they take any decision of stopping
closing.
In terms of closing that big church. You can't just arbitrarily close it.
There are laid down procedures in the Book of Discipline that you have to go by. You cannot just get in and close the church because somebody made you angry and you want to just go and close the church. It doesn't work like that.
Let's get James.
Yeah, fathers, I'm asking you this question because the church released a statement today, and the statement says that the executive committee took a decision on August 6th to close the ST Nagbe church that we're talking about, and the reason they gave is it has to do with this escalation. We've been following your drama. There have been drama in your church. They said people have been causing trouble, fighting here and there. So they never wanted that to happen at the United Methodist Church. That is the ST Nagbe. So the executive committee took that decision to close the church, and it was announced. They said since August 6th, and you went there on August 10 to have service. That is why the police was there to prevent you from accessing it, because the executive committee, that is the higher decision-making body, had already come up with that decision and close the church. So you were like, I don't want to use that. They describe you like people who did not follow the decision, and you wanted to have your way through to them.
That is
So can
not
you
true.
speak to that?
That is not true. When executive committee make decisions, okay, like closing a church, which they don't necessarily do, they have to go by the procedure. The church is communicated to. Let them show you one letter that was sent to the church. Let them send you a pastoral letter that was signed by the bishop, or even a circular. We saw this on Facebook. So how do we know that this is even genuine? We don't run our church on Facebook. If there's anything for that matter, the bishop feels that we want to take such an action, the church is there. You can come and visit the church and tell the church there's an action I'm taking, or you can write the church or something. We have a constituted leadership in the church, but none of that was done. Only on Facebook. We don't run the church on Facebook.
So yeah, thank you. Before Darius come in, let's get something clear here. The church that was closed on the 6th of August, is it the church that the bishop is pastoring? Is it the church that the bishop preached from? Or please make us to understand, is it a different church that the bishop sat in his church and talked to the executive committee and decided to close that ST language church? I'm not getting something clear.
Bishop does not pastor a church. The bishop assigns pastors to the various local churches.
Okay.
And the local churches that the pastors are being paid by the local churches. You see, the good thing about the Methodist Church, according to John Wesley, the Methodist Church is a church of the lay people. The lay people own the church. We pay the pastors. We pay their salary. We pay all of the benefits, including cars, scratch cards, and everything. I mean, this is so strange to me. That what I do know is that someone who pays the salary is a boss. The latter is the boss of the pastors that I signed, even including the bishop. We pay apportionment. So how then can a boss, somebody who's a boss, you come around and treat and try to force him to do something against that will? We are saying we pay the pastors, and we have the voice. So we are saying this time around, since you say you have passed a resolution, go to the general conference, get it rectified. But until that is done, we are not going to pay 10%. So this whole fight is about money. It's about money, nothing more, nothing less.
Okay, so James, let me
go ahead, Darius.
Yes. Okay, so let me get this understanding. The news broke out from the general conference in the United States.
Yes,
and that led to the other fraction of the United Methodist Church
to break away.
Yes. That is the global
Methodist
Church
yes.
now.
Yes.
They simply broke away because they do not support same sex.
Yes.
All right. Now, Ernestine Nangwe is not among the global United Methodist Church group.
That is correct.
You are still under the United Methodist Conference.
That is correct.
But you do not support the 2024 revised Book of Discipline that redefines marriage.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And that says by consent of 2 adults.
Yes.
So it's open. Why didn't you just join the global United Methodist? Because this is already in your new book. If it is rectified according to you, you will agree to that. Once it is not rectified, you are now protesting or rejecting it. So once it gets rectified, it means that by the conference, once it gets rectified by the conference, then you will accept that. Am I?
Yes. Let me make this clear. I went to the Methodist Church not because of bishop, not because of pastor, not because of anyone. I went there on my own volition. Nobody can tell me to leave because I disagree with what they are practicing in the church. Like in the States, the guys who have their way today, who were able to pass same-sex marriage, they fought for 52 years. They did not leave, and we're not going to leave. We're going to stay in the Methodist Church and make sure that the right things are done.
And
We
this writing-
have a vested interest.
One minute. This writing is to revise or change or stick, in other words, to stick to the 2016 definition.
That is correct.
Right?
Yes.
So if you want you want SD number wants to stick to the 2016 Book of Discipline definition of marriage, and you are not seeing that happening until the general until the conference rectifies that.
Yeah, Darrell, ask a question. Let's move on.
No, that is not where we want to go. We want to be United Methodist Church.
And do you think it will change?
I mean, that's our hope, and that's why we are doing everything possible. Money is everything. We're not going to pay them the 10%. That's what we say. And let me make you to understand. In the United States of America,
Look like
when the 2016 Book of Disciplines, which defined marriage as between a man and a woman, it was contravened in 2004. Same-sex marriage was held in the California conference. Okay, they did not leave. They stayed there and did what they had to do, and nobody did anything to them. So why is it a problem if we say we're not paying 10%? We're United Methodist, won't say United Methodist Church. We're United Methodist. We're not global. We're not Pentecostal. We are United Methodist Church. And we'll stay there to make sure that the right things are done. If they are not done, we say we are going to do what we do in SC Nangbe as United Methodists. It's going to be SC Nangbe centric. We'll have Father of the Year, Youth Day, Young Adults, and all of those. But it will be done within our church, SC Nangbe United Methodist Church.
Okay, thank you. Let's get welcome. You asked 2 questions, Darrell, right?
Yeah, well, we have hope that it will change on the general principle, right? And from the Council of Bishops, they too believe that the definition of marriage would is between a man and a woman. They wrote a resolution, and we are very hopeful. Once that resolution is presented and back up with facts, it will change. So we don't see the wisdom of leaving ST number or leaving the Liberian conference and let the fight by itself and let the people do what they want to do. But we will be there to help our church to make sure that this particular rule is revised. Because generally in the African continent, especially West African Central Conference, do not believe in a new definition. So that's the hope that we have. So we can join global.
James, over to you. James, go ahead.
Let's welcome Gibson. Let's go to Kev and then Gibson. Kev, go ahead.
Let me pass on to Gibson. I will come in.
All right, Gibson, go ahead.
Okay, brother Thomas, you said something here which is a practice of the church. I wanted you to clarify it a little bit.
Okay.
Whether it's in conformity with Christianity. You said the laity pay the salary, and so they control the voice. They control what happens to the people who they are paying. What model of Christianity is in the Bible?
In terms of the pay of the benefits to the pastor? Is that what you want to know?
Model of Christianity in the Bible that says even the followers control the leadership of the church? Not even talking about people who paying their salary. Is there any model in the Christian doctrine, in Christianity, from the time Jesus died and Christianity was created? Is there any model that says the people will decide who their leader is and what their leaders say?
The Methodist Church is a different organization or different denomination. In Methodist Church, we have the clergy and the lay people. The lay people, according to John Wesley, they own the church because the pastors are transitionary. They can be assigned at any time. The bishop can decide today, Mr. X, Reverend X, from SC Nangbe, you are going to Dojua. No question asked. Even the council of bishop can reassign our bishop, say, to Nigeria. So that's how our church is. And in our setting, all the local churches pay their pastors. We decide how much our pastor make. Okay? So when the pastors come to the church, I'm just to the point where in the church, the pastor does not even sign checks. The pastor is not a signatory to our accounts. Our accounts are held by the church and signed by from a church, the chairman of the council, the lay leader, the finance chairperson, and the treasurer. Those are the 4 persons that can sign our checks. Any 2 can sign. 1A and 1B can sign. The pastor does not sign. That's how our system is set up, because the lay people own the church.
Okay, let me ask one more question. I got comments to make.
That's our
let me ask
discipline.
a question.
Hello, Mr. Jerome. The Methodist Church is a church of method, and we have 3 or 4 things that we operate by. We have the Bible, the book of discipline, and tradition. The Bible being the supreme, the Bible says we should take care of God's anointed. That in that vein, we as the local congregation, we take care of our pastor. We pay the salaries, as he said, give them vehicle, maintain the vehicle, give them structure, pay their rent, and all things to make them comfortable as pastor of church. So that is the kind of way we practice in our church. And from our tradition, since our existence, we've been taking care of our pastors, we've been paying them. The annual conference position is that, take for example, if we have a structure, we build our own structure. And once we build it, then we put it into a trusteeship to Liberia annual conference. But it's not owned by them. It's just for them to manage, because we want everything to be in one part. And that's how we've been operating. So it is just unique to the Methodist Church, the way we do things for our pastors and the way we practice our doctrine. But the core value of our religion is based on the Holy Bible. If that answers your question.
Go ahead with your second question.
Okay. The question I was about to ask was, let me know if I'm wrong, but I believe the scripture says that if you have an issue with a church, you should, as an individual, you should leave rather than cause problem in our church. If you guys, if Father Smith, Father Thomas has problem with the decision that was made internationally, or whatever the bishop says, why don't you just leave the church instead of bringing the whole congregation with you in protest?
This is not a phenomenon of Victor Smith and Thomas. And we are not going to leave our church because we have differences. And it is not the first time the Liberia Annual Conference having major differences. It's just that this time some people decided to leave. If you follow our history, this is maybe the second major issue we have in our church. We're able to overcome the first issue of Bishop for Life from 1984. And now our church was settled. We started doing things that we're doing together again. So based on that fact, that experience in how we solve our problem, we are strongly believe that we can solve this one too. So we are not going to leave. And again, when the decision came out, we're just having to be selected to be the head of the people who disagree with that portion of the book of discipline. But votes were taken at the local level. Over 142 persons voted that this particular doctrine, we can accept it. But we are not leaving our church. We will stay in our church and make it right. And that's what we are doing. So I don't know what chapter of the Bible that you are quoting that you can educate me on that. I stand ready for that, that if you have a problem, you should leave.
Okay, James.
Okay, let me come in.
I will quote it to you in a little bit. I'll quote it to you in a little bit, but let me leave and let the other people come in.
Okay, let me come in.
Why you guys expect me now?
Let me come in. Let me come in.
Deacon Jerome, can you please educate me on that?
I will. Definitely.
Let me say this.
Kev, you have just 2 questions to ask.
Yeah.
Two
yes,
questions.
Yes. I grew up in the United Pentecostal Church since I was 3 years old in Birmingham. That's the church I grew up since I was 3 years old. We were taught a lot of things in the Bible. The current IG is a Methodist. If from your church, and the justice minister from your church.
Mm-hmm.
My question to you, were you guys preaching in your church about same-sex marriage and you know the Bible? Because we believe that marriage is between a male and a female, nothing else. It's of no compromise. It's of no compromise. I believe in that. So why the IG, who is part of your church, he's a Methodist, and the justice minister is a Methodist, decide to use the Liberian National Police to stop you guys from worshiping the true God that stands with you two gentlemen that on your side? What are you guys teaching in the church? Are you guys emphasizing on that? Both of them are Methodists. They're using their power to stop you guys. What are you guys preaching? Because we United Pentecostal Church, this is what we preach. What you guys are preaching, that your own members going against your own member.
Okay, let me just come in.
Yeah.
From what we heard from the IG today, because we had a meeting with him, he wrote a complaint saying that there was confusion, people were fighting in the church, and he told us that first instant will come and make sure that to calm the situation before. So they actually misled the police director or the justice minister. They were being misled. But after he came and listened to what we had to say, he knew where we stand. That's why he's setting up a committee. I mean, he calling on the bishop to send a committee, and we're going to set a committee, and we're going to meet tomorrow. And my understanding is that if they don't show up tomorrow, that police force order is going to be withdrawn. And one thing that really struck me as strange is that there is a father of the church who passed, Father Moses S. Ray. This father was crowned Father of the Year for the church. He was crowned Father of the Year for the Monroe District. And he was former council chairperson of the church. He is the doyen of the men in the church. This guy passed. His funeral is this week. And they are trying to close the church, or they say they're closing the church. Where do you expect us to carry the funeral? that is the thing that I don't even understand. Those who say they are Christian, you want to close the door to an 82-year-old man who labor and sacrifice and serve the church? Come on. We think it's wrong.
Okay,
Second
let me,
question.
okay,
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me make some clarification. Kev, you asked specifically that the IG is a Methodist, the Minister of Justice is he's a Methodist also, and they are prosecuting the Methodist Church. I want to make this clear that those two brothers or fathers are not prosecuting the United Methodist Church, especially the ST Namwe United Methodist Church. I did explain to you that the IG experienced from past incidents that happened in other Methodist churches. So he had to first take the precaution to act on whatever information he received. There was fighting, there was damaging of things. So as a state official, it was his responsibility to come and make sure that peace existed at that point. And for him, when he came and he got the clear information on what surrounds the situation, the incident at the church, he said, oh, but this is not what I was told. So they have not been there to prosecute the church. The minister, he's a very staunch member of our church. Yeah, he has most position in our church. So he has been one of the persons who has always calmed the storm. When it started, he has given advice to the different groups in the church. But he represents the state, and the state is there to keep peace. If anybody goes out there and says there is fire, the trucks have to come first and put the fire up before they check what is happening. Now they have known what is happening.
Okay, let me go to my second. Okay, let me go to my.
Thank you for that beautiful education.
Let me go to my second.
To create awareness for other people.
Okay, let me go to my second.
No, before you go, Kev, did you understand what he said? Did you understand what the father said? The reason why the police went there.
Let me go to my second.
No, because we don't want you to bring it back to us.
You see, that's the reason I will never be a Methodist. I will continue to be I will serve in the United Pentecostal Church because
never belongs to God, man. You can't say you never.
You know why I say so?
You won't make with this.
No,
bro, you need to stop going after that.
James, no, you know why I would not? I would never be. You're telling me, the justice minister and the IG don't know the congregation. Somebody told them that there was a violence. He went there. He met his own people that he congregates with. And as we speak, police are still there. And you want to come and tell me that, he went there, he understands?
What's the question, no time.
He understand? No. Because let me tell you, if I was the IG and I walked,
can you pass this topic? Can you pass this topic? They told you why the police.
If I was an IG,
why are you doing everything to indict the police?
If I was an IG, right?
You are not the IG now.
You are not the IG. If you don't have questions, can we move to the next page? Why you indict the police?
He's trying hard to.
Yeah,
that those two brothers of father is prosecuting their own people.
I'm going to try.
I'm
going to try one more time without interruption.
Yeah, you have to try one more time
without interruption. And if I get interrupted, then I will have to just keep quiet and you guys continue the show. But let me say this to you, right? If I was an IG and somebody called me, to United Pentecostal Church in Bomi, right? And say there's a violence. First of all, I know my congregation. If I get there, and I see my pastor, and I see assistant pastor, I see good people, I would say there's no violence. You guys go and have your church, and let's move on. Because the police are called because it should be a violence or something. So if I was there, that's where the police discretion come in and realize that it was a peaceful people and continue the church. But the police is still there and the church is still closed. That shows that he's in support.
Okay, thank you.
It's in support. So there's no way you should give him. There's no way you should give him that thing.
So, Kev, thank you. Can we move on now to Darius?
Okay, so
yeah, Kev, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
You know, yeah.
Come here. Hold on, Darius.
Yeah, you know what? Continue with the show.
Yeah, thank you. I will give my time to Darius to ask questions.
And do your
because the church has refused to indict the police, so you can go when we're ready to indict.
Yeah,
the police,
but that's fine.
Darius, please go ahead.
Okay, so Father Cooper and Father Smith, I think it was good. You come to explain exactly, but I have a question, and it still baffles me. Are you hopeful that at the next conference, this book of discipline clause that you contending, that you protesting against, will change to that of the original 2016 clause? Are you hopeful? Why, if at the convention, at the conference, this doesn't change, what will you do as in Nangbe Church?
We are very hopeful, and I mean with quotation marks, because the Liberian Annual Conference, together with the West African Central Conference and the African conferences, they are very strong and have enough delegates. Because in the Methodist Church, when you introduce a motion on the floor at the conference, that particular motion has to be voted upon. So we will continue to encourage our church to start working with other Methodists in the region and in Africa to make sure that we have more delegates. Because one of the problems we had this year, most of the Liberian delegates were denied visa. So our number was less. But we are hoping that with all of what is going on to save our church, we will campaign and advocate and create the number that is enough to overturn that.
Okay, so let me just squeeze in quickly. So as it stands, the convention is pending, the conference is pending
for the next 4 years.
And for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
But at the moment, you do not support what is written in the current book of discipline.
Yes.
And by that, you will not subscribe to the annual conference. You are not paying your 10% of financial obligation. Don't you see that to be contradicting or defiance? Because it is in effect the 2024 book of discipline. But you do not support that, and you are not joining the global. So you find yourself in the middle. How do you really think this will end?
We have the right to disagree.
As you on the side of the United
Yes, we have the right to disagree. It happened before and it can happen now. Like I said, in 2004, when the book of discipline at that time was in full, the definition of marriage was one man and one woman. But a Californian conference conducted same-sex marriage.
What is the bishop's current position in regards to the global, to the 2024 and the 2016? What is his current position?
The bishop's position is clear, but personally, he has spoken on that he doesn't support same-sex marriage.
That was in the past. I mean, his current position.
His current position, he says he doesn't support same-sex marriage. But what got it confusing, he's still subscribing to the book of discipline of 2024.
Okay.
That's where we have some issues.
The problem is like you say, in my house, we don't eat pepper soup. But when you go to your daddy's house, they cook pepper soup. You there eating pepper soup.
So that's how the bishop.
Yeah, that's how it is. Because in Liberia, they say they don't support it, but when they go to the general conference, they do everything that the general conference does.
Okay.
Listen to the gay bishop preaches to them, and everything.
So, does the General Conference support the Liberia Annual Conference?
Yes.
Yeah, they have some programs that they support.
So, if Liberia rejects that and say they cannot subscribe to that unanimously, it means that the global support will be cut off.
Will be cut off. That's where the problem is.
But it can't
Okay,
be
so
a problem.
that's where the problem is
James, it
with
can't-
them.
Yeah.
Well, I think we are sufficient enough to be able to support our annual conference. If
All right,
only we
thank
put
you.
the right thing in the right place.
But let me just add up. Tonight, Bishop Choir of the United Methodist Conference, or Liberia Annual Conference, United Methodist Church, come today and say, okay, let's dialogue. We have said openly we don't believe in that, but let us all work together, move towards eliminating this paragraph. There will be a turnaround of everybody to support our bishop. We say we will work as a church, right? Okay, about book of discipline, with all that crap. We can keep our 2016 book of discipline. We know it. This is what we want to do. And now it's that to the church. And this is the way out. Let's have a defined path to get out of this situation. That's all we're asking for. And it requires the meeting of minds of the United Methodist Church.
James, go ahead. Take it off.
Okay, so no, not me. Let's go to Jerome. Jerome talk about getting a fight, where the Bible says when you are angry with the church, you can move to the next. I think he have the fight down.
Yeah, Jerome.
Unfortunately, I've not seen the specific scripture, but I believe it's in there where the spirit,
it's
if your spirit does not agree.
James.
No, wait. The father, I don't see it right on the show. Does not mean it doesn't exist. It takes time for you to go through the scripture on a show like this and get all your facts that you want. But I know you guys know what I'm talking about. If your spirit disagree with the spirit or the teaching of the church, the Bible says, "Do not argue; you leave." So if you don't believe it, you
don't be equally yoked with unbelievers.
No, I know that. That's
You already know the
Corinthian. I know don't equally yoke with unbelievers. I know it's in Corinthian. I know the scripture. So but let me just say, the fact that I don't see, I'm still on the show. I'm using my phone and I'm researching around the same phone. So it's difficult for me to navigate between my screen and the scripture and searching. But here is the thing I want to say honestly from my heart. I believe that the rejection of the new definition of marriage that has been defined by the United Methodist Conference, the disagreement with it in Liberia, I agree with people who disagree with that. I think the one man, one wife is the doctrine that I believe is the right decision that the United Methodist is making. And if you are part of that proponent, I'm totally in agreement with you. I believe that the decision that was made by the international conference was giving impetus of the movement of the gay rights in the U.S. and other places. And I think they pander to that. But in Liberia, the aspect of even same-sex marriage offends our people. It offends our people. And for those who stand up against it, I support them. I may ask all my questions, but I support the decision by the church to say, hey, we don't want to go by what the international conference said. We have our own way of doing our thing because God has dealt with men by culture throughout the Bible. He didn't deal with you because of your belief system, or by your culture. And in Liberia, gay rights or wild lesbian rights or these are not things that we want to even. So the proponent of that belief, I agree with you. I think what you guys need to do is to methodologically approach the process because You don't want to break the church apart. At the same time, you don't want the church to fester on false premises. And that's really my belief. So what I have my agreement or disagreement or whatever, this is where I believe that the church is proceeding rightly, not to go with a new definition of marriage and go with the old definition of one man, one wife. I think it will carry you longer than going with a new definition. I strongly believe that. I'm that proponent. So I want you guys to stand up for that, to be strong.
Thank you for that.
And
Thank you very much for that.
let me just say this. The ST Nangbe Church, our position is not static. We've always provided room for negotiation and dialogue. In all of our positions, we said we are open for dialogue. But unfortunately, what we wrote in the resolution, they're not even ready. Unfortunately, Liberian people, if you want to meet them with information,
Okay, so
put in the document.
Someone just sent 1 minute, our father. Someone just sent a question. When you answer that, then we are cool with this. Was SD Nangbe Church part of the Ganta conference or convention that adopted this 2024 new version of the book of discipline?
Yes, I represented my church at that conference, but we were denied.
SD Nangbe did not participate at the adoption ceremony.
We did not vote because we wanted to speak, and they asked for us to make a comment. And I stood up while I was in speech.
So besides
the presiding officer at the time was Tobon Yeswa.
Okay.
He said he cut me off. He said I cannot speak, and he had to take a mic away. So SD Nangbe did not speak in our conference, and because of that, we walk away.
Okay, so SD Nangbe did not.
So Darren, ask the last question so we can call it a day. It's almost time. 3 minutes.
My last question will be the way forward. You did not participate in the conference that adopted the 2024 book of discipline. Now you reject that clause that has redefined a marriage, and you are waiting for the pending convention to ratify that. If this continues, like your members having service outside, where the executive committee of the church will still say, if you cannot meet all your obligation, SD Nangbe will be closed down, and you continue to hold service outside. Why is the way forward in this whole process?
Yeah, that's why in all the documentations that we have sent to the bishop, we have always led with a negotiation. And thanks be to God that tomorrow there will be another negotiation. We strongly believe that when we sit with the executive committee of the church, and they bring their proposal the way forward, and we bring ours, we can hammer out a way that will be a win-win situation for our church. So we strongly believe. So we'll continue to negotiate.
And the fact of the matter is this: what we're saying, we have a position. We send it to the bishop, and we think the bishop, what bishop can do for himself, nobody can do it for him. Instead of sending people who will have little or nothing to do about the situation lies in the hands of the bishop. He has to come and tell us, no, gentlemen, this is what, I mean, the resolution is there. We have points that are there. Let us know, gentlemen, I can do this, I cannot do this, or cannot do this. Oh, but for him not to even acknowledge what we've written, this is why we are here today.
James,
okay, Father. So let's go to Father Smith.
Let's get to James.
Yeah, I said let's go to Father Smith. After him, then we can call it a day.
Okay. Let me say this. We want a way out. And we are clear that we are not leaving the Liberian Conference to join the global conference. That is clear. But you see, around the bishop are people that are seeking self-glory. And they keep supplying bishop with the wrong information. That's why we have consistently stated that we need to speak to our bishop face to face, and this is our proposal how we can solve this problem. Once that is done, we are fine. So that's why we look forward to the meeting tomorrow with all the parties involved, that we all can find a lasting solution for our church. Again, Jerome, I haven't seen the particular picture yet,
James,
but out of the show, I think I will communicate with you directly so we can talk about that. Because I need to know, because I don't want to leave my church, so I have to have biblical backing for that.
Also, you stay beyond Jerome to give you that part of the Bible.
My brother.
Jerome can bring out the back.
Honestly, I like the beautiful job. I like the beautiful job. Those days when I used to memorize 200 scriptures as an evangelist, I'm no longer that Gibson. But I can guarantee you, Father, go and search or ask anybody who knows the scripture. It says, if your spirit disagree with the doctrine of the church, leave. Do not argue. It says that. So I will not find it now, but I want to say thank you very much. I'll still be 1 minute. 30 seconds. Let me just say this.
I will need 30 seconds too.
The 30 seconds I'm going to say is they fight with the international conference. Because even if the local congregation disagree with the international conference, remember the bishop. I'm not a United Methodist, but I think the bishop is a representation of the international conference. So he's also under pressure to obey what the international conference said, because there were delegations from Liberia that went to the international conference, but they were not sufficient to override the vote that was taken. So whatever vote that is taken there, it is believed that everyone who were represented should be able to implement the majority vote. And I think that's where the bishop is coming from. So I want you guys to deal with the bishop in sobriety, knowing that the stress is honor is difficult to implement the conference findings and to obey the local congregation's desire. He is playing a real checker that is hard to reach the king.
Okay, 30 seconds, please. The bishop of the Liberian Conference is a member of the cabinet, and he belongs global. He belongs to the global
correct
board of global ministry. He's not a member of our church. He's just happy to be. So yes, his honor. We understand that position. That's why we want to work with him. And 2 is better than 1. If we can all combine our knowledge and forces, things can happen. As I close, I also want to make it clear that under no circumstance that the 2 persons within the state, the paritors, are not prosecuting the Methodist Church. Let it work for that the IG of the Republic of Liberia and the Minister of Justice are not prosecuting the United Methodist Church. And the ST Nangwe United Methodist Church, under no circumstance, has decided or will decide to go global or to be member of the global conference.
Okay.
Thank you for the opportunity.
All right. Thank you. We hope to see you again. It was nice having both of you.
Yes. Let me say thank you for the invitation. But I'd like to state here clearly, like my brother said, we are Esther Nangwe United Methodist Church. And we think the temporary closure of our church is out of order. No established procedures in the book of discipline was followed. That is why we will continue to go to church. And if for any reason they think they want to close the church, let them follow what the book of discipline says. And we want to state clearly here that our church is open for discussion on the resolutions that were written. If they can come, we'll sit and discuss. And let me make it very clear.
Yeah, it's we run out of time now. Thank you.
90 to 95% of our members are in support of what we are doing. So it's not about me, it's not about Victor, it's about the church. We just happen to be a spokesperson for the church. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Father. Thank you. It was nice having you.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so I think we can call it a day. It was.
Yes, thank you very much. I think you are pressed against time. Thank you.
Yeah, the time we gone like 6 minutes into time. So thank you so much, folks. This is how we love to call it a day. You listen to them and you can decide. The church said the police is not prosecuting them or the Ministry of Justice. So don't listen to what Kev was saying. Until we meet again, the team will be back here on tomorrow with the nation's premier platform, Spoon Talk. Until then, bye. My name is James Goodeflomo.